through October 30th. Registration is online only and is open through July 11th at roswellsoccer.org. There is a cost for registration. Questions? 575-622-0690.
If you have an item for Talktivities, email it to calendar@pvbcradio.com. That's calendar@pvbcradio.com.
Your home for Kim Commando in Roswell. 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM, KEND, Roswell, New Mexico.
News this hour from townhall.com. I'm Rich Thomason. Tropical storm Elsa continues hugging the East Coast as it moves over southern New England now. The National Hurricane Center Stacey Stewart says the storm got better organized overnight.
That's resulted in several tornadic thunderstorms on the north side of the low-pressure system moving westward and onshore the New Jersey coast. And they've had several reports of wind gusts 75 to near 80 miles per hour with the passage of these storm cells.
Elsa continues dropping huge amounts of rain. It is expected to lose tropical storm status once it gets north of Cape Cod, where cooler waters will weaken the storm. President Biden says it's time for America's longest war to end.
In his latest update on the drawdown of U.S. troops, the president said America achieved its objectives following the 9/11 terrorist attacks.
The United States did what we went to do in Afghanistan.
He said that included getting Osama bin Laden. Mr. Biden said he will not send another generation of Americans to war in Afghanistan with no reasonable expectation of achieving a different outcome.
White House correspondent Greg Clugston. A coalition of conservative tax watchdog groups urging the Senate to reject new money for the IRS included in the compromise infrastructure deal.
The document is signed by the heads of several groups, including the Committee to Unleash Prosperity, Americans for Tax Reform, and Freedom Works. In a joint letter, the group writes, with the COVID crisis over, the economy recovering, and the national debt crashing toward $30 trillion, Congress should be aggressively cutting spending right now. Supporters say the $40 billion would be used to beef up IRS enforcement and generate $100 billion over time to help foot the bill for infrastructure. Bob Agnew reporting.
On Wall Street, ahead of the opening bell this morning, Dow futures up 266 points. NASDAQ futures down 7. More on these stories, townhall.com.
First, we decide where we want to go. Then we need to know the best way to get there. Hi, my name's Adam Barata. I'm the owner of Advantage Gold. We're the highest rated precious metals firm in the country. We teach people how to own physical gold and silver. Now, we've won the Best of TrustLink Award 4 years in a row because we educate our clients on how to buy gold and silver the right way. We don't pay celebrity spokespeople millions of dollars. We'd rather pass that value on to you. Call 800-900-8000 and speak with one of our experts. We'll send you a free gold kit along with my latest #1 national best-selling book, The Great Devaluation. Call 800-900-8000. That's 800-900-8000. Get the best information, the best process, the best service, the best value. Call Advantage Gold at 800-900-8000. Call 800-900-8000.
North Korea refusing vaccines and aid from a number of countries.
North Korea has yet to confirm a single case of COVID-19, a claim long questioned by analysts. Last week, the country's leader, Kim Jong-un, punished several officials after referring to an unspecified COVID-related incident. But still, North Korea appears to be in no rush to procure vaccines. The Institute for National Security Strategy in Seoul, which is linked to South Korea's spy agency, said Pyongyang had rejected donations of AstraZeneca on fears of its potential side effects, after also refusing Chinese vaccines in the belief they're not effective. The North Korean leadership purportedly favors Russian vaccines.
The BBC's Celia Hatton. A South African court rejecting former South African President Zuma's request to postpone his current prison term. News and analysis, townhall.com. Tyson Foods recalling nearly 4,500 tons of ready-to-eat chicken products after finding that they may be tainted with listeria bacteria.
The Department of Agriculture announced the recall Thursday after 2 consumers reported falling ill with listeriosis and a third one died. Recall involves 36 products containing pre-cooked chicken marketed under the Tyson and other labels. Recalled products bear establishment number EST P-7089 on the product bag or inside the USDA mark of inspection. The items were shipped nationwide to retailers and institutions, including hospitals, nursing facilities, restaurants, schools, and military locations. Rhonda Rockster reporting.
Drug maker Pfizer preparing to ask federal regulators to authorize a third booster shot of its COVID vaccine, although right now the CDC and FDA have not recommended a booster shot. More on these stories at townhall.com.
What in the wide, wide world of sports is going on here?
I promise you, whatever scum did this, not one man on this force will rest for 1 minute until he's behind bars. Now let's grab a bite to eat. Yeah, come on.
I feel the hot wind on my shoulder and the touch of a world that is older. I hit the switch and check the number. I leave it on and then I slumber. I hear the rhythm ringing through it. Flamenco guitar and cumbia music. I hear the talking of the DJ. The demolition, what does he say? I'm on a Mexican radio. I'm on a Mexican radio.
Broadcasting live from high atop the J.P. White Building in downtown Roswell, New Mexico. It's Mornings with Mike Winters on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
Is that what I sound like when I talk?
Now, here's your host, Mike Winters.
And good morning, one and all. Welcome to Mornings with Mike Winters. I am he. That would be me, Mike Winters. Happy Friday! Yes. Welcome to Friday, everybody.
Little Howard Cosell in there. Yes!
Hi-yo! Throw them all in.
That's right. And man, Howard Cosell, get some Ed Ferrara up in there.
Yeah! A few newers. Got them all.
That's right.
Happy Friday, everybody.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. Welcome to it. Welcome to it. You know, the only thing that could be better than a Friday.
What's that?
Is a McDonald's Friday. And that's what today is.
You're absolutely right.
As is every Friday here in the Roswell Talk FM Studios.
Here's the problem.
Mm-hmm.
It sets the bar so high because every Friday is McDonald's Friday.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like when McDonald's Fridays cease to be a thing, I'm going to be a sad boy.
Yeah, exactly. Well, we'll just have to never cease it.
That's right, because you can always make a McDonald's Friday.
That's right.
By visiting any of the 2 McDonald's right here in our area.
I know McDonald's ain't going anywhere anytime soon.
In fact, they're coming back stronger.
I'm trying to do the same. So, yeah, let's keep this thing going.
That's right. You're filling the tank. I call myself the tank now.
Frank, I'm taking tank. Frank, you don't get tank no more.
That's right. I know it works with your name and everything. Sorry, Frank.
It's now Mike the Tank.
That's right. Sean Tank Smalls.
But yes, big thank you to McDonald's as they do each and every Friday. Provide us with delicious breakfast treats. Yes, we have our Mayor burritos.
Yes.
They are, Mayor's coming in this morning to give us.
In case of Mayor, get burritos.
We got them. We got the Mayor burritos. We got, I didn't get the chance. I saw hash browns and I saw Mayor burritos and I saw other stuff, but I got my iced tea. I'm good to go.
I'll tell you this. If you're going to have a McDonald's order and like one that is a set thing, make it special because young Tanner went ahead and ordered himself a single layer of biscuits and gravy this morning.
Oh, he went there?
Mm-hmm. Oh, he went there.
Ah, well, good for him.
Mm-hmm. I'm curious if they did it small style. I haven't opened it up yet.
Gotta get a small style.
That's right. Gravy on top, on the outside of the biscuit.
That's right. With the protective biscuit crust separating gooness.
Yeah, gooness, which is that's a tough word in the mouth. That's a tough word to say. Got to separate your gooiness from your biscuitiness.
Gooness.
Just add the E. It makes it so much more palatable. I don't know why, but
I like the gooness.
Gooiness sounds so much better than gooness.
No, gooness. Me a gooness.
Let's try back there with Uranus. And now we're back to Letterkenny.
Feels more Roman to me.
Yeah. Gunus
Maximus.
Which you can achieve Gunus Maximus at any of the 2 McDonald's right here in our area.
Yeah.
That's right.
I tell you, that's enlightenment.
It doesn't sound like an endorsement, but trust me, it is.
Oh, gosh, it is. It's, there's just certain words that just can't describe mouth happiness.
Mm-hmm.
Gunus.
Oh, and by the way, this will make you happy. If you're a fan of like 90s nostalgia, McDonald's recently brought back the High C Orange Lava Burst.
Oh, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
That was a big deal with my generation. We were like, bring it back, McDonald's.
Okay.
You know what you're doing. You're holding out on us.
I never went there at the beverage counter, but that's just me.
One would think if you're going to a beverage counter, you want to hit something carbonated. But the High C, here's what it is. A lot of people would do the High C Orange Lava Burst with the Sprite.
Give it the
good
combo.
Mix, man.
Gotcha.
It's a good mix.
All right. I applaud the folks that do that.
That's right.
Well, you know how me.
I know that there's a new name for it because you can't use the name that we called it back in the day in this woke culture that we live in. But when you mix all the soda flavors together, what do you call that these days? I need to look into that.
I don't know.
Because you know what we called it back in the day, but you can't really say that now. Suicide.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah.
I never called it that.
Really? That's what everybody called it.
Yeah, not me.
There you go. There you go. Yeah, an off one.
I just called it Gluttonous Maximus. Because I do everything in a Roman
I
theme.
experience all the flavors. Too good for just one.
Well, visit any of our McDonald's here in town. Do your thing at the machine. And maybe create the new name.
Yeah.
Call it Soda Surfing or something. I don't know.
I like Soda Surfing. If that was just off the top of the head, that was pretty good.
Off the top of the head.
That was pretty good, man.
Soda Surfing. That was off the top of the head.
I dig it. Yep. I'm going to go Soda Surfing. I'll be back. Hit the waves of carbonated delight.
I like Soda Surfing.
You got to be careful when you're soda surfing, though, because you accidentally get a little diet in there. It can mess up the whole experience.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I mean, if you're going soda surfing, because I'm a diet / zero sugar person myself.
Sure.
I believe in the zero sugar soda.
You have to stay in the genre.
But if you're going soda surfing, you gotta hit all the full sugars.
Well, maybe we need a zero sugar soda surfing experience where they create a whole soda section with the zeros.
Ooh.
Give me the zeros.
I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just zeros across the board. I like it.
Give me the zeros.
You can pull that off.
Even the judge from China is zero. I want it.
If you're a patient person, you can pull that off at one of the remix machines.
Yeah, that's true too.
It's going to take a lot of time. You're going to have to do a lot of going back.
A lot of people behind you be pissed. They'll be like, "Come on, dude, get your soda. Let's go."
What are you doing? Okay, fine. Mellow yellow, zero sugar. Now what? Oh, Fanta? Oh, you're going to do some Fanta in there?
That it's not even a real flavor. Stop. But yeah, you could pull it off. So, but I have done the rundown. I haven't done the rundown or anything yet. But visit any 4 of your McDonald's. Big thank you to them.
Indeed.
They got you covered. They're committed, fastest drive-through in town. But order through the app. Download the app. Get exclusive deals available only through the app. Like if you want to find like they'll customize anything McDonald's. We know this. We've discussed this many a time. But if you want to get some of the inside deals, coin-wise, download the app.
That's right.
Download the app. You get some really good deals in there. Save you a few shekels every time you go.
Are you a cash spender? You can still use the app. Just show them the deals at the drive-thru. They'll scan the code.
They'll scan it, apply it, and you pay and do your thing. So visit any of your McDonald's and enjoy some breakfast this morning, some lunch this afternoon, or some dinner tonight.
Indeed.
Yeah. All right. It is 7:13. Here's the rundown. Mayor Dennis Kentai will join us here about 7:30 or so, and we'll recap last night's city council meeting.
The rundown.
Yeah. In the 8 o'clock hour, about 8:15, Sheriff Mike Harrington's going to drop by, give us a visit, talk about what's been going on. Well, you've seen a lot. Been a lot of shootings, a lot of all that going on in town and in the county.
It's been a real busy time.
Yeah. So we'll talk about that and get an update from Sheriff. And then
I think a lot of people are like, I'm going to let this go for now, but trust me, after the pandemic, You and me are going to scrap. You and me are going to fight in the field when we don't have to wear masks.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Maybe that's
I'm just
what's going
speculating wildly.
People get out and just can't handle themselves. I don't know. But and then in the 9 o'clock hour, about 9:15, we're going to have Carrie Moore and Jennifer Smith from the Chaves County Health Council join us. We are less than a month away. They are having the third annual Chaves County Health Expo 2021. That's going to be taking place here in August on where's the date? August 7th.
Whoa, really?
Less than a month away.
That's my birthday.
It is.
Aww.
Oh, it's a birthday celebration.
You guys are throwing me a birthday health.
We'll call it the Chaves County Health Expo and Birthday Bash.
And birthday bash.
Very cool. But they're going to join us and talk about all that is on tap for this year's health fair. Health Expo.
Indeed.
Yeah. Plus, we'll have all of your features that include the news of both of local and national variety, and all our other features and whatever else we can conjure up for today's show.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
Trying to get Sunny to hold the other Sunny. Didn't work.
Yeah. Well,
I'll get back on it later.
Well, I just Sunny Def Leppard. I'm 2/3 of the way there, 2/5 of the way there.
I figured I could use this arm of Sunny to kind of like prop behind the head of the other Sunny to kind of hold it in place. It didn't work well. I'm trying for a balance thing.
I did notice. Does that? I wonder if he's missing the right arm. It's the correct arm.
It's the wrong arm.
The correct arm.
If it was this arm, I could maybe pull it off.
Yeah, I mean, I could see it is the right arm, but
again,
the correct arm.
We're both southpaws. That's the problem. We think in the realms of the left hand.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, if this was left, if he was a lefty, I could make it work. But clearly, this is unworkable.
Yeah. And that's ruined. Moving on. All right, start over.
Just forget it.
Give me new sunnies. All right, 7:16. Let's get you up to date on the weather.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. Most of our weekend looks fair, but we do have a cold front that'll be moving in Saturday night and Sunday. Might give us a few showers or thunderstorms. Mid-90s, breezy and sunny today, down to 70 and clear overnight. Then it looks like mid-90s and sunshine again on Saturday. Our cold front arrives on Saturday night with a few showers, scattered showers and thunderstorms, and upper 80s Sunday. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
Thank you, Steve. Currently 70 degrees here in Roswell. Humidity is at 82%. Winds currently out of the southwest at 3 miles per hour. Sunny today. No mention of rain, but a high of 96. Winds will be out of the south at 5 to 10 miles per hour tonight. Partly cloudy. Expect an overnight low of 69 degrees with south winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. Tomorrow, Saturday, another warm one, sunny skies, hot, high of 98 tomorrow. Winds will be out of the south, 5 to 15 miles per hour. Tomorrow night, we do have a 20% chance of showers and thunderstorms, mostly cloudy. Looking at an overnight low of 70. Winds will be out of the southeast at around 5 to 10 miles per hour. Sunday, we're looking at a 40% chance of showers and thunderstorms, mainly for the afternoon. Some of those storms could produce some heavy rainfall. Partly cloudy otherwise, with a high of 89 on Sunday, so a little bit cooler with northeast winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. That 40% chance of rain continues into Sunday night, mainly before midnight. Once again, some of those storms could produce heavy rain. Mostly cloudy otherwise, with an overnight low of 67. And then on Monday, mostly sunny, high of 89. Let's see what the rest of the week looking like. Looks like the rain chances wrap up Monday and Tuesday. And then maybe around Wednesday, Thursday, could see some more rain chances. But yeah, so Saturday night, Sunday rain chances, and then maybe again mid to late next week as well. So, but good for today, tomorrow. Going to be a warm one tomorrow. And well, both days really. So probably with a little bit of humidity from that moisture still. So just plenty of water. Plenty of shade, all that good stuff today. All right, it is 7:18. Let's go ahead and take a commercial break. We'll be back on the other side. Mayor Dennis Kentai will join us here about 7:30, 7:35 or so. We'll give you the recap from last night's City Council meeting. That's coming up later on this hour. Don't go away. You're listening to Mornings with Mike Winters.
Wakefield Oil Express has the highest quality service in Roswell with a 17-point full-service oil change that includes a full wash and vacuum at their car wash. You won't find a better deal. They also offer full synthetic oil changes, fuel and cabin filter replacements, and will even check your battery. Their tunnel wash isn't afraid of dirty vehicles. They have the best value wash in town with free vacuums. They even offer wash passes that can be used for multiple vehicles. Next time you need your oil changed, go to the fast and efficient Wakefield Oil Express and let them earn your business. 3204 North Main, Roswell.
This is a nasty little termite. It loves nothing better than to eat your house, your subfloors, your walls, around your windows, and then they swarm around taunting you.
We're eating your house. We're eating your house.
You'd like to kill them, wouldn't you? But you don't want trenches dug around your home, and you don't want holes in your foundation. That's where Dow AgroSciences and the Centricon Termite Colony Elimination System come to the rescue. The same system that protects the White House can help protect your house. An authorized operator strategically places Centricon stations around your house and then carefully monitors them for termites. If they're found, a professional inserts bait tube devices. The termites take the bait and they die.
I feel like I'm dying.
Kind of like that, only a lot more effective. In fact, Centricon is proven to eliminate the termite colony. Termites are gone with Centricon. No more colony, no more problem. Visit Centricon.com.
Call Bob Reed Pest Control today in Roswell, 623-5344, or anywhere in southeast New Mexico at 877-623-5344.
Times are changing, and today's funerals aren't always the sad and solemn events you might expect. This is Gabriel Casaus from Lagrone Funeral Chapel. Along with hymns and scriptures, today's funeral services are often filled with fish stories, country songs, and a joke or two, golf clubs and hot rods, favorite recipes, and kitchen disasters. At Lagrone Funeral Chapel, we believe a funeral should reflect your loved one's personality, passion, and sense of humor. When you lose a loved one, we're here, because at Lagrone Funeral Chapel and Crematory, we make it personal.
900 South Main, Roswell.
Travis Hicks Richland Auto Group coming to you from the Twilight Zone. I don't remember being more excited about a July than I am about this one. July 4th celebrates the issuance of the Declaration of Independence, a document that pronounced the original 13 colonies in America as free from the tyranny of Great Britain. The second sentence of the Declaration states that all men are created equal and are endowed by their Creator with certain inalienable rights, among them life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Isn't it amazing that 250 years later, those words still have so much meaning? Richland will be celebrating our independence from tyranny all month long. In July, your vehicle purchase at either our GM or Dodge store will come with a Bible to remind us to whom we owe our lives, an American flag to remind us that we are all free from tyranny in America, and an entry to win an AR for those who choose to celebrate and defend our pursuit of happiness. To win the gun, you can enter on our Facebook page, our website, or by buying a car this month. Life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Part of why you should ride for our brand. Richland, where service is job one.
My part-time service in the Army National Guard makes it possible for me to be more for the community I call home. I'm a better neighbor because my service has taught me how important it is to be a team player. My training helps me in my classes when I give attention to detail to the task at hand. My service also allows me to be there for my community in ways others can't. I help my hometown recover after nature strikes. My service in the Army National Guard allows me to keep my country and those I care about safe from threats. I also work with a network of professionals that help me succeed. Also, the Army National Guard's education benefits make getting a higher education a reality. Being an Army National Guard soldier makes living and serving in my community more rewarding every day. Learn more about how you too can live and serve part-time close to home by visiting NationalGuard.com.
Sponsored by the New Mexico Army National Guard. Aired by the New Mexico Broadcasters Association and this station.
Pecos Valley Broadcasting in Artesia has a temporary office worker position open. You'll be trained to run the radio station scheduling software for a week while the office manager is on vacation. This temporary position is for 2 weeks, 1 week on-site training, then 1 week filling in for the office manager. The position will be from July 19th through July 30th, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m., Monday through Friday, with time off for lunch. For more information or to apply, contact office manager Tana Steinbach at Pecos Valley Broadcasting in Artesia, 575-746-2751.
Here's a Mornings with Mike Winters fun fact. Due to extreme pressure and weather conditions, it literally rains diamonds on Neptune and Uranus. Stop snickering because I said Uranus. Here's Mike Winters.
I'm just kidding. Snicker all you want. Good morning. It is 24 minutes after 7 o'clock. Mayor Dennis Kentai will join us here in just a little bit. We'll chit-chat about last night's city council meeting. Mm-hmm. I didn't take note of what he wore yesterday. Maybe I should do it just in case, because if he's wearing the same thing.
White button down.
Yeah, so it is a jobber last night. So.
It's kind of like the mayor look. Like if they ever do like a mayor action figure, it's going to be a white button down. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You don't typically picture Mayor Dennis Kentai in like a Tommy Bahama shirt?
No.
Although I hope that he owns at least one.
I bet he does.
For vacation purposes.
Well,
or, public appearances.
Well, just like, because you think of Men in Black many a time with the mayor in the suit and the glasses.
Yep.
But yeah, isn't the official Men in Black like vacation attire? The Hawaiian shirt?
You're absolutely right. Just something with a wooden button. Just something with like a wooden button with like a... I had this shirt one time, and I don't know why I remember this, but the buttons were wooden, but not only were they wooden, but they had like a, what do you call a stain on the buttons?
Okay.
Like to where you could see like the wood.
Okay.
Like I don't know what you call it, the veins of the wood.
Yeah, exactly, the grains.
Yeah, the grains.
Yeah.
It was incredibly intricate for buttons. I was like, why are you guys showing the grain on the buttons?
Why not?
It's a quality shirt.
There might be someone who's like, y'all put too much attention to the fabric. It's all about the buttons.
Put it this way, it's 10 years after the fact, I'm still talking about it. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's got to mean something.
Button fabulous.
Those buttons had an impact, man.
Well, sometimes all the punch is in the button.
That's right.
I always like usually see them on country shirts.
Oh, the pearl snaps.
The pearl snaps.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You know why I like those?
Huh.
I like those for one reason only. Because I can pull off a very successful Hulk Hogan at the end of the night.
Oh, yeah. You can do the
Yep.
And as long as the seamstress did a good job of securing those snap buttons.
Yeah, you got to be careful with them snaps. They can snap back.
Rip right off there. You get a little too aggressive.
I know it's a style choice, but to me, snaps always seem like, I don't know, like lazy is one way to put it, but like not a style, like not a fashion. Like it seems like a kid thing, But they're super into it in that realm.
I just had a thought. My wife and I decided we're going to cremate each other when we about die.
Tomorrow.
Next week, Sunday.
It's going to be a fun weekend.
Come on down.
Just from the waist down. It's going to be weird.
Go cook out, bring your kids, hot dogs. But
cookouts are right.
No, but when the time comes.
Yeah.
But now I'm thinking maybe I should be buried in the button shirt.
Okay.
Velcro shoes.
Ooh. Just basically and tearaway pants. Just basically an outfit that's super easy to remove.
I'm thinking this might be my swan song.
I kind of dig it. Yeah, not gonna lie. I just need to know that if I'm a corpse, I'm going to be able to get naked at any point in time.
Exactly.
At the ready. I actually have a meet in the middle for you. Mm-hmm. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to be cremated, but only from like the waist up. Okay.
Cremated.
Yeah. Then I want an open casket funeral, just my legs, and like an urn.
Okay.
Yeah, a small urn because it's only the top half of me.
Well, if you want to go full tilt, buy a casket that looks like a house, and then with your legs there, look like you're the witch from Wizard of Oz. Just
underneath the house,
these legs hanging out.
This isn't really a coffin so much as just like a statue.
And then if you could really pull it off, at the end of the service, your legs curl up under the house.
Yeah. That's going to require some special effects. You're going to have to break my legs. I don't care at this point. I can't even feel it.
That's right. You just roll them up.
There's a whole realm of like weird coffins. Like there's companies that make like specifically coffins for like people, eccentrics, people that want to go out, but
sure,
in a way.
Yeah.
Like there was one that was like I can't remember. It was like a whole Coke machine, like one of those old school Coke machines, like where you open the door, but it was like a coffin.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can see that.
Kiss is big on that too.
Yeah, I know you can buy Kiss coffins, right? I don't know if on your website or whatever.
Which
but
seems... do you think they're going to get buried themselves in Kiss coffins?
Ooh.
I mean,
I would think.
It's the ultimate product placement.
I would think.
That's like the best endorsement deal ever.
Well, they could create a Kiss, like you know how they have the Disney stores? Mm-hmm. They create a Kiss store and then they bury them underneath it.
Right.
And that's like part of the exhibit is you go to the Kiss mausoleum.
Gene Simmons, right down here.
That's right.
Right below the keychains.
Yeah. Now Now
we keep them right under the poppets.
Now the real question will be: will Peter, Chris, and Ace be allowed to be a part of it, or is it just Paul and Gene that are down there?
No, Peter, Chris, and Ace are they're just sitting on the outside. They're the guys holding the signs in the corners.
That's what I'm saying. Are they allowed to be as part of the mausoleum, or who gets the other two spots?
All right, fine, we'll let you in, but you're going to have to spin the sign on the corner.
Man, you've been doing a lot of Kiss this week.
We really have. It's sort of helped me in building my Gene Simmons impression, though.
There you go.
She takes it too.
It's pretty good. I wish you could do it in long, whole,
I would have
whole
to
speeches.
I would have to know the thing that I'm saying.
Yeah. I think we need.
Today we celebrate our Independence Day. It's almost like an Obama.
Yeah.
Like it borders on Obama.
There's that same sound, the same place you go to
almost like a monotonishness.
Yeah, and you got to get up in your nose a little bit too. Yeah.
A little bit nasal.
Yeah,
a little bit Jewish.
Yes,
and a whole lot of Gene.
Exactly. Yeah, it's pretty clse though. He's working on his Gene Simmons impression.
Fizz-bit. You have been in my head for 24 hours, sir. Fizz-bit. Yes, and I'm dying to learn.
All right,
I need to know.
That's Mayor Dennis Kintai.
I made him jump. Mission accomplished.
Yeah, very good. All right, let's do this. 7:30. We're going to pause for some news and your Kim Commando update and your Town Hall business update. And then on the other side, we will chit-chat with Mayor Dennis Kintai, talk all about last night's City Council meeting. Do not go away. You're listening to Mornings with Mike Winters. Here's a news update. We'll be back.
Now for a Pecos Valley news update, I'm Jared Cirillo. Big story, a local man is held in Roswell police custody Thursday as part of an investigation that has determined him to be the suspected shooter who killed another local man whose body was found Thursday morning near a residence in the southeast part of the city. The body of the victim of the shooting, 30-year-old Robert Lawless, was discovered by RPD on the front porch of a home in the 1100 block of East Poe Street. The officers had responded there at about 4:30 in the morning after a caller requested police but would not give specifics of the details. Medical personnel were called to the scene and confirmed that Lawless was deceased. He had multiple gunshot wounds. The RPD investigation quickly identified the potential suspect, who was located and taken into investigative custody by early Thursday afternoon. That person's name has not been released, however. Investigators believe the shooting happened as a result of a conflict between the shooter and the victim regarding a woman that both were dating. You're up to date. I'm Jared Cirillo.
I'm Kim Commando with how to understand the Trump lawsuit against social media and big tech without picking political sides. Brought to you by LinkedIn. Businesses are busier than ever, leaving less time to recruit. LinkedIn Jobs can help. Post your first job free at linkedin.com/Kim. Donald Trump has filed lawsuits against Facebook, Twitter, and Google because he was suspended after the January 6th riot at the United States Capitol. Whether you love or hate the former president, this lawsuit is very important. First, while these companies claim to be private companies and can ban anyone they like for any reason, they are not acting like private companies. Secondly, Trump claims he was banned for simply exercising his constitutional right of free speech. Social media companies have been acting as common carriers, which cannot turn off your service because of what you say. This suit's eventual outcome can redefine how the First Amendment is applied and can affect many generations to come. Get more tech news 24/7 at commando.com. Does your printer have enough ink for another year of work reports and tax forms? If you print a lot or wish you can print a lot without worrying about ink, it's important to have the right printer. Epson is changing the game with their cartridge-free EcoTank printers that have supersized, easy-to-fill ink tanks and come with a ridiculous amount of ink, enough to print thousands of pages. Stop buying expensive ink cartridges and save yourself from the frustration of replacing ink cartridges ever again. With the Epson EcoTank, you don't have to worry about running out of ink. Now you can print all of your business documents, reports, tax forms, and your task list in color too. I just love mine. It has saved me so much time and money. Kiss expensive cartridges goodbye. EcoTank makes it easy. So make the switch today. Add the Epson EcoTank to your online shopping list so you can just fill and chill. Epson EcoTank printers. Available at Amazon, Dell, Micro Center, and at epson.com/EcoTankKim.
With the SRN News Business Brief, I'm Bill Alexander. The number of Americans filing for unemployment benefits rose slightly last week, even while the economy and the job market appear to be rebounding from the coronavirus recession. Thursday's report from the Labor Department showed that jobless claims increased by 2,000 from the previous week to 373,000. Major business and union groups have formed a new coalition designed to add momentum for the $1.2 trillion infrastructure package that the Senate is expected to take up this month. The U.S. Chamber of Commerce and the AFL-CIO, along with trade groups representing manufacturers and retailers, announced the coalition. On Wall Street, the Dow lost 259 points to close at 34,421. The Nasdaq was down 105 to 14,559, and the S&P 500 dropped 37 points to 4,320. With the SRN News Business Brief, I'm Bill Alexander in Washington.
Here's a Mornings with Mike Winters fun fact. The catfish has over 27,000 taste buds. Do you think they prefer fried or blackened? Here's Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 7:35, and joining us in studio this morning, Mayor for the City of Roswell, Dennis Kentai, back with us. Morning, sir.
Boy, I've been chasing myself this morning. I don't know why. We didn't go late, but I'm like, what the heck? I'm half an hour behind everything. I mean,
Did you get coffee to this morning?
Well, I've only had 3.5 cups.
Well, is that your what's generally your operating capacity?
Probably 4.
4. So maybe that just get that other half a cup in. Maybe that'll.
But
I
didn't even finish the first burrito. So anyway,
well, you can keep going while we're talking. It don't bother me none.
Well, it might bother them. My mother told me don't talk with your mouth full.
That's true. Yeah, that is something I learned myself too.
And we are on video, so what the? Okay, Mom.
I don't mind.
So somebody's been playing with your do job.
Yeah, we've got Tanner and Sean have been creating scenarios with the Sunnies.
All right. Moving right along.
So, for folks that don't know, last night was the city council meeting for the city of Roswell here. The mayor always joins us the morning of to give us a preview, and then the morning after to give us the Sports Center recap review of city council meeting. So,
morning after has an ominous tone.
It does have, those movie guys ruined it for the rest of us there. Right. But last night, now you said 3-hour meeting. So
yes.
As far as lengths, generally that's not a barn burner like some have been in the past. We'll call that an average length meeting.
That probably would be a good way to put it.
Yeah.
So a couple of key things we'll get right out of the chute. Counselor Foster was not with us because Counselor Foster actually had gallbladder surgery yesterday morning.
Oh, okay. So hopefully he's on the mend and doing okay.
Matter of fact, I texted him, and he was home yesterday.
Okay.
And he goes, I've been thinking about, just showing up and freaking everybody out. I said, don't you dare.
Hey, just to tell you, Counselor Foster, my wife had her gallbladder removed a couple years ago.
All right.
Something you're going to notice. Greasy food suddenly really not your friend. You might know, like if you get into maybe some fried chicken or something, your stomach gets upset. But once that gallbladder's gone, your greasy food tolerance goes way down. So
there you go.
Just an FYI on that one.
So Barry, the double cheeseburgers with bacon.
Yeah.
Now you're gonna have you're gonna eat broccoli.
Well, I mean, you're going to learn. I mean, you can eat it. You're just going to have to kind of eat and then figure out what your body can handle. But generally speaking, when my wife gets some greasy food or something now, it doesn't do well for her. So,
do you know that Bruce Lee had a brother? Brocco
Lee.
There are still some good parts to Facebook.
That is such a dad joke that I really like.
Yeah, I know. Rocco. Bruce Lee's brother. All right, moving along. And the other big news, and I shared this just now with you, at the end of the meeting, Councilor George Peterson announced that he was resigning. George Peterson had applied for a position with the city as a city employee, and our personnel rules prohibit sitting councilors or their immediate family, meaning spouses, from being city employees.
Okay. So by statute here, he needs to step down.
So he is stepping down. He submitted his letter.
Okay.
And his last official day will be the 21st. There will be maybe one committee meeting before then, but there won't be any more council meetings.
Okay. So now how the rule works is you'll appoint a commissioner, a counselor to fill that spot, and then of course, his position was up for election next year anyway, so this person will fill out the rest of this year, and then if so, can choose to run for the elected position or whoever here January 4th or whenever the declared date is.
And technically, I nominate because the council has to vote.
Gotcha. Okay.
So I don't have that much authority.
You nominate, and the council approves.
And the council approves.
Gotcha. Makes sense.
Advise and consent.
Okay.
All right. Then we had some presentation from Joe Nebb. It was actually very interesting. He talked about things that were going on. Our landfill got hammered with this rain, and the effort to build a new cell because of the current cell is filling up has been delayed, adversely impacted. Some people saw this during the rains that we suspended drop-offs. And then we actually had some trucks get stuck in some of the alleys that had softer soil. It was a mess. And then part of the area out there, we couldn't get the trucks to dry on because the roads were, they're dirt.
Sure.
Well, long story short is they are getting, they came up with some ways to extend the life of the current cell by about 5 months, 5 to 7 months, which will give us the breathing space to get the next cell 5A, finished. The things you learn in Seagull. Anyway, so that was really the big
mapped
thing.
out the trash.
Yeah, and the zoo pond is now expected to be done in October. It's taken longer than expected because we did it in-house a lot more than originally, but it saved a bunch of money.
Yeah.
So we will be looking at an October opening of the pond.
Okay, cool. Well, it's always good to do your own landscaping every once in a while there, and that's what we did.
So we jumped right into it. We had a couple public hearings on, when we talked about this yesterday, updating the building codes, and because if we don't do it, the state basically slaps us silly. And then we have to update the election code because the state, in its infinite wisdom, jacked with us a couple years ago. Am I really saying that with my outside voice? But this stuff we just whipped through. This was done 9-0 votes on those.
More housekeeping type stuff.
We had a award of an RFP to a consulting firm for the Air Center service.
Okay.
That was what really happens here is the matters presented to the council. Hey, we did an RFP, request for proposal. We got these submissions. The team evaluated them. Now, this is all very much controlled by state statute on procurement.
Okay.
This is a kind of a minefield you have to tread through very carefully. And our Lupita, our procurement officer, really is one of those that has to make sure things get done right. Anyway, long story. The council says, yes, Mr. City Manager, go negotiate the final contract with this outfit.
Gotcha.
And so that's what we
basically gives him permission to go ahead and finalize the deal, button up the things. Everything we see here, it looks like what we want. Go ahead and make it happen. That's in essence what happened last night.
Then we got onto some projects. One is a award of a contract to J&H Services to do the North Atkinson rehab. We also then, which I kind of chimed in, which I don't normally do, but I chimed in on this one. This one is another example of a project where we wish we had an eastern bypass because there's a later one in here where we're applying for money to do East College, because North Atkinson to College to Maine is the bypass, which isn't much of one, but it gets the crap kicked out of it. A lease for a bunker that sailed through. Dealing with disposal surplus property. We had a little explanation about that. So that one sailed through. Accepting a funding from the Water Trust Board to do the Edgewood area. We're going to be replacing water lines. So we're like working our way through all of this. We started about 6:30 after Mr. Nebb's presentation. So we're actually rocking and rolling. Very pleased. We more funding for pavement rehab. The trails. We're applying for grants to do work on the trails. These won't happen until next fiscal year, but that's okay.
Well, is this part of that plan to connect the two?
Yes,
yeah,
exactly.
Yeah,
and it's interesting. There's two types of grants we had to apply for. One grant is to fix up the current trail. Another grant is to build a new trail.
Gotcha.
So then the new trail would be the connection between Spring River and Cielo Grande.
Yes.
Now, what we had, so people understand, this was just the application for the grant. It wasn't deciding the route the connecting trail would take. That will be determined in the future. But
that's
right
probably
now,
more committees and things that'll go and do their surveying and decide which is the best path to get there.
We're looking at almost $250,000 for a grant to do this. We're buying more tasers, modern tasers for the PD. The old ones are, we're not going to get into how old they are. A couple of nominees to positions. Oh, this is interesting. I think we touched on this. City is working with the Roswell School District. We're going to run a water line. We talked about this yesterday.
Out to Brendo.
Mountain View.
Mountain View, thank you.
Yes, so we're running a water line out to Mountain View. And that's something that I was excited about. We talked with the school district now going back almost 3 years about this. And our position is, hey, you guys have had issues out there in our Brendo Middle, East Grand Plains, and Mountain View. We want to work with you, city. City wants to work with the school district, but we're not Santa Claus. So you guys find the funding. We'll make sure this happens.
Gotcha.
And that's basically what we got for Mountain View.
Because like you do your side, we'll do our side to bring it to you, and then we'll make it happen and get you back
reimburse us and
get you into the city system there.
Then we had an item which we really sent back to committee on the road repair list. Councilor Roebuck felt it wasn't quite ready. He had hoped to get this list finalized between the committee meeting and the city council meeting. Just didn't happen. Too many other things going on. I think the 4th of July just nailed everybody.
Sure.
So it's going back to committee to get that resolved. And when the objective here is that, hey, we're going to be working on these streets in the neighborhoods, in the arterials, and in the feeders.
Okay.
And those are the different kinds of roads. And so we know where, in what parts of the city we're going to be working. And the idea is to try to spread it out.
Sure.
So that every part gets dealt with fairly.
I know they have systems on how they do that, and I'm sure each, city or county or whatever has their own system on how they do it. But yeah, generally there's, it could be sometimes it's like a round clock thing. Okay, we're going to start this end and we work around, and by the time we get around again, it's time to start over and do. It's kind of a cycle, and some go that way, some it's a little different. But either way, it's all creating a system to try to kind of put the road maintenance on a schedule. So it's kind of, by the time we're ready to be here, that's about the time it needs these upgrades and renovations and things like that. So it's, you can't nail it every time, but you try to kind of be ahead of the game. That's the goal of the folks that do the planning on this kind of stuff.
The last item was was a discussion on the scope of work for a new RFP to get on-call janitorial services. What do I mean? Well, we've done a couple others of these, like for roofing and plumbing.
Okay.
That if we needed someone to come out and do work on short notice.
Okay.
Contract stuff. We have
like say the library has a water pipe burst or something like that.
And so we wanted to have pre-approved, and what we do is we go out and ask people to bid in on. Well, there was some pushback from Councilors Orpace and Peterson about this. They're kind of thinking, or it seems, I shouldn't say they're thinking. The concerns expressed were about, well, we should have more permanent employees. And that's not an unreasonable thing to talk about, but this is not intended to replace permanent employees. this is when we have a special event that we need additional over and above. So we don't have to force everybody to do overtime. Right now, we got people doing overtime, and that can burn up your people.
Well, and if you look at the current lay of the land right now, it's a job seeker's market. You know what I mean? It's just everybody's short-staffed. So I understand what you're saying is we want to have more internal people, or some people feel that, and I get that. But even if you want it right now, you're not going to get it because that's just not the people there to have. So I understand that point, but you got to find the balance. I mean, maybe down the road, when jobs are plenty and people are plenty, then we can maybe talk about that. But right now, is to meet the need, you gotta it's all hands on deck, or whatever options here work best, and contracting something like that's probably the more practical solution, I'm thinking, just because the lay of the land employment wise.
Exactly. And so we've got Mr. Nebb earlier said there's something like 69 open positions at the city. So we had a long discussion about that, and I actually took about, that took almost 20 minutes. But here it was, 7:51. We're done, right? No, we had a closed session, and to talk about potential litigation. Can't talk about it.
Still
some
pending.
people are some people are spun up about it. But what we did is we had a long hour type discussion with our attorneys on a couple issues. So you don't make decisions there. What it is, it's an opportunity to have candid conversations with attorneys about what's our legal options, what's our legal exposure, blah, 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 things like that. Because you don't want to give that away in a public meeting, because then the other side can say, well, we now know what they're...
Sure, you just put your whole battle plan on the...
You don't play poker with your cards face up, okay?
Exactly.
At least... Anyway,
can't see Patton with his battle maps. He's McDonald's just playing as a strategy. He's not going to do it in front of everybody.
So we were wrapping it up. Councilor Peterson made his announcement.
Okay,
and
so what's the timetable on that? Do you have X amount of days or weeks to submit somebody, and then the council will approve, or how does all that work?
I'm starting the process of identifying someone who's interested in it.
I guess the only requirement is they have to live in that ward.
They have to live in that ward. But here's the challenge, too. When the election would come up in March, once again, we have a new election in March of 22. The ward could be radically different.
Oh, because of redistricting. And
exactly. Yeah. So there's a lot of, shall we say, uncertainty about this. And that's going to impact people's decision. Ward 4 historically has been one of those wards that we don't tend to have a lot of interest in running for office. And it's
4 and 5 are usually the two smaller turnouts when it comes to elections and things like that.
Yes, and so it's a tough one. That's one of the things I'm hoping when redistricting gets done right, that we increase the options for people to participate, because there's some good people all over this city.
Absolutely,
and we just want to make sure that those who really care and are interested and willing to commit are prepared to participate.
And I could be wrong on this, but generally those two wards cover most of the south end of town between those two wards. I think 3 or 2 kind of slips into some of that, but most of it's 3 or 4 and 5.
2's up north, 3's out west, roughly.
Yeah.
1's kind of in the center to the east. 4 is more on the southwest, and then 5 is the south.
Yeah.
Roughly. Those are rough terms.
Yeah. It gets a little convoluted when you get some
It's like, okay, who drew this rod?
But I make this comment for the fact that, look, this is our town, our community. I know everyone's got thoughts. I've seen them all over Facebook and everywhere else. This is the time. If you want to get involved in things, throw your hat into the ring on this stuff. Get involved in these committees. There's a ton of volunteer committees that the city, needs, and use that as your foot in the door if you want to. Serve on one of these committees. Get yourself familiar with the lay of how city government works and things, and then who knows? I mean, if you can get it done real quick, maybe this next election cycle you're running for election. But if not, this is this is how you get involved, and it starts by coming to a meeting or coming and learning about something here, and the only way we get these fixed is people get involved in making decisions and be a part of that process. So
it is.
I don't want to hear you complaining without you doing your part.
We changed the format a few months ago, and now what we have is committee reports, in that some things are brewing in committees that haven't come to the council yet. And last night was a perfect example because Councilor Stubbs talked about what's going on in legal. There's been a group of counselors. It's her as chair of legal, Councilor Perry as chair of finance, and Councilor Best from public safety have been meeting with staff on the whole marijuana deal. And they will be having a legal committee meeting on the 16th where they will be discussing proposed ordinance changes that would allow us to manage this very disturbing new thing in the state law called legalized, quote, marijuana.
Well, and they haven't figured out all the rules yet either up there, which is part of the problem. No one can, until they figure it out, no one can kind of go move forward with whatever things they're going to put in place. And because, I mean, if you start yours and then you find out, well, we just violated what the state's doing, then we got to go back and redo it. So everyone's kind of in limbo here.
But we're going to move forward. We're going to do best we can. We got a great team working on it. The legal department, the community development director. What we're saying is we will have it on the 16th at the legal committee. We're having a special city council meeting on the 26th. That is for the final approval of the final budget.
Okay.
Because we have to get that up to DFA, Department of Finance and Administration, the state, by July 31st. Well, the challenge is we want to act upon these marijuana stuff before September 1.
Okay.
So we will, at the special session, do the authorization to advertise for a public hearing and vote on these ordinance changes in August, but we'll do it at the special.
Okay.
I will not be there. Actually, we had planned to do this special on the 22nd. We had it all set up, and my wife has suggested we do something called, I'm not sure I can pronounce this correctly, vacation.
I learned of this just a month ago, and I went, and it's when you go places and do things that aren't normally. Yeah, we went to the Grand Canyon, and
you actually left town.
We did,
and you didn't do like a remote show.
Like thieves in the night, we left. No, we had a great time. So where y'all headed? Anywhere exciting?
I'm not telling on the radio. You really think I'm going to give this away on the radio?
Well, no. Is it tropical?
No.
Okay. Is it family?
No.
Okay.
It's just me and her.
Okay. So
we're escaping.
So you're going to a destination location.
We're going to a destination.
Okay. Oh, we'll enjoy.
Yeah, we intend to.
Does it involve a boat?
No. I'm not doing this. I'm not playing this game. We're not doing 20 questions. You'll win.
I know.
I mean, what the heck? So, this was actually a pretty interesting council meeting, and if would have been one I would encourage people to watch. We marched through a lot of stuff that is, in many ways, I would call it classic city government matters. We're talking about contracts. We're talking about requests for proposals. We're talking about making sure that the city continues to operate well.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I tell people this is something that runs 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. Never stops. During this whole COVID thing, we never shut down. We had some things that they were not publicly available, but those folks that worked in those areas either were keeping cleaned up or whatever, or they were detailed to other parts. And it's...
well, a lot of the amenities the city provide, those are needed 24/7, 365. I mean, your toilets don't take a vacation to flush. Your these things that your roads and things when something emergency happens on them, they don't go away. The water main breaks. We got to get that fixed. We got it. So it doesn't matter if there's COVID or not COVID, or if it's Christmas, or if it's 2 degrees out or 102 degrees out. It doesn't matter. So. Absolutely. Well, as always, appreciate the visit. Of course, folks, you can always go back and check out things. If you want to go back and watch the city council meeting, you can go back to the city's website and check it out there too. So agendas and things. And then, of course, if go to the city's website when we talk about some of these special meetings and seeing the agendas and what's on tap for those. You can go and see the previews at roswell-nm.gov. So don't forget about that too. So, very good. Is there anything we missed? Anything we want to make sure we get the?
I think we're good.
Awesome. Well, sir, enjoy. I guess I don't think I'll get to talk to you before you go to this alleged vacation.
We'll work something out.
So we'll chat. But have a safe trip. Have fun, and we'll see you here next time, if not sooner.
All right.
Thank you, sir. All right. We got to get you into news. You're listening to 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM, KEND, Roswell, New Mexico. We'll be back on the other side of news. Sheriff Mike Harrington next hour.
News this hour from townhall.com. I'm Rich Thomason. The Taliban now claims to control 85% of Afghanistan's territory amid a surge of victories on the ground as U.S. troops complete their withdrawal from the country. The BBC's Embarrassing Eddie Roshan says the Taliban has now taken control of a key border crossing.
Islam Kala is one of the biggest trade gateways into Iran. The Taliban say they have also captured another border town close to Turkmenistan. There has been no response yet from Kabul on the Taliban's version of events. Islam Kala is the second border crossing to fall to the Taliban since they started a major offensive to seize territory after the U.S.-led foreign forces began their withdrawal. The capture of the border crossings is not only strategic, but also a big propaganda coup for the Taliban.
Following a long decline, COVID-19 hospitalizations on the rise in the U.S., according to the Centers for Disease Control. The CDC's Dr. Rochelle Walensky says the Delta variant of the virus is spreading fast.
Although we expected the Delta variant to become the dominant strain in the United States, this rapid rise is troubling. We know that the Delta variant has increased transmissibility, and it is currently surging in pockets of the country with low vaccination rates.
Drug maker Pfizer says it will seek federal authorization for a third dose of its COVID vaccine, although the CDC stresses that a third booster shot is not being recommended, at least not at this time. Tropical Storm Elsa continuing to move up the East Coast, dumping huge amounts of rain and prompting tropical storm warnings north into New England. Aftershocks expected after a magnitude 6 earthquake shook hundreds of miles of California and Nevada, but no major damage or injuries reported. Wall Street, the Dow is up 361 points, and NASDAQ ahead 36. More on these stories at townhall.com.
So when we brought him home, we didn't realize that Bear, the rescue dog, was actually sick. He had very flaky skin. He was dropping a lot of fur, and Levette wanted to do steroid injections, special dog food. Nothing seemed to work, so I was at a dead end.
DINOVITE.com.
I've been hearing Dynovite on the radio for years. It never actually crossed my mind to try it until it finally sunk in. Oh, you're talking about hair and skin, and all right. I'll try it. Well, it took probably 6 weeks, but after we started using Dynovite, no more flaky skin, he doesn't scratch and itch, and he started to put weight on.
Dynovite is nutrition.
I wish that we would have started the Dynovite right away. It would have been so much easier.
You won't believe how happy your dog will be.
Every rescue dog in America deserves Dynovite for 90 days.
DINOVITE.com.
Haitian police have detained a number of suspects in the assassination of the country's president.
National Police Chief Leon Charles says 2 Haitian-American men are among the 17 people arrested in Wednesday's assassination of President Jovenel Moïse. James Soulage and Joseph Vincent identified as the Haitian-American men. Charles says the other 15 men are from Colombia. Later Thursday, Colombia's government said 6 of the suspects, including 2 who were killed, were retired members of that country's military. Officials have not released a motive, only saying that the attack was carried out by a highly trained and heavily armed group. I'm Tim McGuire.
Oxfam says 11 people die of hunger each minute, and the number facing famine-like conditions around the globe has increased 6 times over the past year. The international charity out with a report entitled The Hunger Virus Multiplies. Townhall.com. Congressman Tim Ryan of Ohio making big gains in his bid to win a seat in the U.S. Senate next year.
Ryan's campaign says it's raised nearly $2.3 million since Ryan launched his Senate bid back in April. He'll report having nearly $2.6 million on hand when his campaign files with the Federal Election Commission next week. Ryan is a former presidential candidate who has represented part of northeastern Ohio for 20 years. He's the only Democrat so far to announce a bid to fill the seat of retiring Republican Senator Rob Portman in 2022. Bob Agnew reporting.
Rescue crews have recovered the bodies of all 28 people who were on board a plane that crashed in a remote area of Russia's Far East earlier this week. One of the plane's black boxes has been recovered as well. The aircraft went down in bad weather as it was trying to land. Again, on Wall Street this hour, the Dow is up 383 points. More on these stories at townhall.com.
What in the wide, wide world of sports is going on here?
I promise you, whatever scum did this, not one man on this force will rest for 1 minute until he's behind bars. Now let's grab a bite to eat. Yeah, come on.
I feel the hot wind on my shoulder and the touch of a world that is older. I hit the switch and check the number. I leave it on and then I slumber. I hear the rhythm ringing through it. Flamenco guitar and cumbia music. I hear the talking of the DJ. The travel listen, what does he say? I'm on a Mexican radio. I'm on a Mexican radio.
Broadcasting live from high atop the J.P. White Building in downtown Roswell, New Mexico. It's Mornings with Mike Winters on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
Is that what I sound like when I talk?
Now, here's your host, Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 6 minutes after 8 o'clock. Welcome to hour number 2.
The Ruse.
little Scooby-Doo.
Scoob action there. There's stuff in the coaster.
I thought it was your phone.
I don't take kind. Yeah, I clapped my clamshell phone closed. I got a clamshell phone from 1997 just for effect.
I kind of want one again.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't gonna lie.
There's nothing that simulates that feeling of, you know what? I'll talk to you later. Snap.
Mm-hmm.
It just, you can't do that with a brick. You can slam it down, but then you mess up your phone screen.
Yeah, and just hitting the button off doesn't get it done either.
Mitch Hedberg has a great bit where he says you can't really get into a fight when you're camping. It's like, what are you gonna do? Screw you. Zip the tent open. Screw you. Zip it shut. Didn't have the same effect as slamming a door.
No, not to mention it's almost opaque.
Right? You can see your shadows slowly getting smaller.
Where are you going?
We're in the middle of nowhere, dude. Where are you going? The latrine's back that way.
This foot is mine right here. Don't touch this line.
I'm going to the creek. And get some water. Wash out my delicates.
Well, if you're going to the creek, you ain't gonna find the water. That's in your neck.
Wash my underwear up here. I don't know why they say this works.
You're going down to the creek. That's where you're gonna find that water. I'm sorry. I've been having that fight with family for, well, as long as I've been on this earth and speaking English.
Same.
Yeah.
Same. Well, I grew up in Oklahoma, so, you know, where the creek run dry.
And I got some uncles that, okay. Pulling back the curtain here. Like,
don't worry, they're not listening. It's fine.
But my mother's side of the family, we are the smart Alex.
Mm-hmm.
We're the ones where my smart Alec gene. I don't say Alec normally,
right?
But that gene I possess.
Mm-hmm.
My mom's side of the family. My father's side,
straight laced.
They think they are, but they aren't.
Oh no, I get you.
They aren't.
I get you.
They're the people that. All right, that side of the family, they're the ones telling me just put a potato on the side of the helmet and that didn't even got to change the Redskins' name. Yeah. That's their level of jokedom,
that's
okay?
Cute. Yeah, that's cute.
And they all do that, and they do it repeatedly, and they do those things, and they think they're being funny.
Sure,
but you just want to punch them in the face, and that's that side of the family.
The problem with those people is that they surround themselves by people like you and me, so that they feel funnier by as a whole.
Yeah,
like, they glom off of the funniness.
Yeah,
and it instills in them like a false sense of hilarity.
Yeah, and their family, so I can't just smack them.
You can. You just got to do it on like the Jerry Springer show.
You just have to look at them and like give them that fake, haha, good one, and then move on.
That's funny, Uncle Eddie. You need to die a little inside.
And that's why I love being out in New Mexico.
Out here where the wind blows across the desert sands and
thousands of miles away from family dad jokes.
No family is here to annoy me with their lack of hilarity. Good stuff.
Yeah.
Little doses, take it like a pill.
That's right. You know, Thanksgiving. I mean, y'all act like it's no different.
Right.
Y'all get together for Thanksgiving, Christmas. By the end of the evening, you're ready to you're like, you can't beat cheeks out of there fast enough. Because you're like, a turkey's done. Why are we here?
Why do we have to wait so long before the pie round?
Exactly. So, I know y'all try to judge me, but same thing. Y'all are thinking the same thing with your own families.
Yeah. I literally just remembered I didn't have pie on the 4th of July.
Is that a tradition?
It's a random thing. So I went over to a friend's house for dinner, and they had these two beautiful pies. Like one was an apple, one was a cherry, and they were like the star crust on the top. Really pretty. We got off and did fireworks, and then I left. I didn't have pie on the 4th of July. I just realized that.
Someone save him a piece of pie, please.
Doggone it. I don't know why that thought went through my head. 8 o'clock on a Friday morning. Several days after the fact.
Well, I can't offer you pie.
No, you cannot.
But what I can offer you is McDonald's. Because it is a McDonald's Friday.
Indeed.
And McDonald's has pie.
They do.
We don't have it here this morning, but they do have pie. So give it about 2.5 hours here. You can get some pie.
In Germany, when I went to Frankfurt, I went to one of the McDonald's there, and while I was there, they had it was just a pie with their soft serve on top. So a pie a la mode. Seems simple. You should bring that here, Nick. If you're listening. Bring it home.
Did that McDonald's have beer?
No.
See, no. I went to
It was in an airport.
Oh, okay. See, I went to a McDonald's in Bitburg, Germany, and it had beer.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. You'd have to imagine that in certain places in Germany, even your McDonald's are beer holes.
Yeah. Now, the town of Bitburg, Germany, also had a brewery with the Bitburg beer, so I don't know if that may be
probably a tie-in,
a connection, but. Of course, I think you can throw a rock and hit a brewery in Germany.
Yeah, that's the thing. And any good American has their growler on their side anyways. So, who needs a pub when we got one to go?
Yeah. So, but yeah, they had, but everything else the same. The one thing that's different at McDonald's in foreign places, the milkshakes.
See, I didn't dive into the milkshake menu.
Milkshakes are generally thinner. Like when I went to, I didn't have one in Germany, but I saw one in Germany, and I had one in Australia. They're more thin. They're more milky than ice creamy.
You heard it here first. Americans like it thick. 2 C's. The one thing that was weird at mine was, again, at an airport. I don't know if I've ever seen this anywhere else. They had it was like sandwich from different parts of the world. So they had like the McAmerica, they had like the McFinland, the McSweden.
I feel like the McAmerica is a movie starring what's his nuts? Mad Max and all those.
Pliskin.
Keep going. He does cheese slipped off the cracker. Thunder Road, with Tina Turner, the whole nine. What's his name?
I genuinely can't.
You know who I'm talking. He's a big actor. Apocalypto.
Yeah, I don't have my Mel Gibson.
Mel Gibson.
There
Thank
you
you.
go.
I feel like it's a Mel Gibson movie.
You lost Mel Gibson?
But that brain.
The reason that didn't cross my mind is because, of course, he's not talking about Mel Gibson.
I could not remember Mel Gibson right there.
Okay, fair enough.
Remember, I am older.
Sometimes.
And so maybe Alzheimer's.
You know what? I've had the same thing happen to me.
Summer disease.
This is the same brain that houses CB4. I'm just saying. Large portions of Pump Up the Volume live in this head.
Well,
Mel Gibson.
I got a lot of cobweb areas, and sometimes I got to go into the recesses.
I got room for Mel Gibson. I'm trying to remember large portions of Pump Up the Volume right now.
Sometimes I got to remember the password to the Chamber of Secrets in my brain there, and that's where it's at.
It's mostly just to set off Andrea. See if she's listening. See if she'll start texting my quotes.
When I hear that, I picture a Mel Gibson movie. It's way past it. We should just move on at this point. That horse
What we're
is done
trying
beat.
to say is visit any of your 2 McDonald's here in Roswell. They'll get you hooked up with your breakfast
I
treats.
haven't had a chance. Have you seen any updates on the South construction on that? Or
I drive by it every
noticed.
now and again. They're in the process.
Good. We look forward to that coming soon. So, but yes, big thank you to McDonald's. Download the app if you have not done so.
There she is.
They are definitely worth.
I'm just going to assume.
Worth a.
Is that right?
Yeah, just laughing. Then she quoted.
Oh, okay. Good. You didn't let me down, Andrea.
Unfortunately, that is the one that's not family friendly from the movie.
It's like me doing Christmas Vacation quotes. And I'm going to look him straight in the eye. I'm not going to finish it.
But there's so many quotes you can use.
Actually, most of that you can use.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell him what a cheap, lying, no good, rotten, four-flushing, snake-licking, dirt-eating, inbred, overstuffed, ignorant, blood-sucking, brainless, blankless, heartless, hopeless, fat blank, bug-eyed, stiff-legged, spotty-lipped, worm-headed sack of monkey blank he is.
Mm-hmm.
Hallelujah. Holy crap, where's the Tylenol?
I always like the one where he goes off on the original Vacation with John Candy. Mm-hmm. And he's like, we're going to have so much fun. We're going to be whistling zippity-doo out of our... That's one of my favorite rants that he does.
Happiest time holiday since Bing Crosby tap dance with Danny Blank and Kay.
Yeah, I love some of those rants. Those are pretty good. Yes. Let me give you the rundown.
Oh, yes.
Sheriff Mike Harrington going to join us this hour. Mm-hmm. I talked to him last night, so he
barring an emergency.
Barring so hopefully y'all behaving yourself right now, so the sheriff can come on down and talk to us. But,
I was going to knock over this liquor store, but hold on, he's going to Mac Winner's show, so let's give it like an hour.
Yeah, push your. Shouldn't
have given him that accent.
Push your shenanigans to about 9:30. I
think I just got canceled. I'm going to go do country radio.
It's just one of the voices. Don't worry about it. It is. There's many of them. It is 8:16. Let's go ahead and get you up to date on the weather.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. Most of our weekend looks fair, but we do have a cold front that'll be moving in Saturday night and Sunday. Might give us a few showers or thunderstorms. Mid-90s, breezy and sunny today, down to 70 and clear overnight. Then it looks like mid-90s and sunshine again on Saturday. Our cold front arrives on Saturday night with a few showers, scattered showers and thunderstorms, and upper 80s Sunday. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
Thank you, Steve. Currently 73 degrees here in Roswell. Humidity is at 76% with south winds at 5 miles per hour. Enjoy your rain break today, tomorrow. Sunny today. It's going to be warmer, though. That's the problem. We're trading off the rain for some more heat. 96 for a high today with south winds 5 to 10. Tonight, mostly clear. Overnight low of 69. South winds 5 to 10. Saturday, sunny and 98 with south winds 5 to 15. There is a 20% chance of showers tomorrow night, mainly after 7 p.m., mostly cloudy, overnight low of 70, east winds 5 to 10. Sunday, we're looking at a 40% chance at afternoon showers and thunderstorms. They do throw that little caveat about some storms could produce some heavy rain on Sunday. Otherwise, partly cloudy, highs of 89 expected, northeast winds 5 to 10. 40% chance of rain Sunday night as well. Once again, some of those storms could produce some heavy rainfall. Mostly cloudy otherwise, overnight low of 67. And then Monday, there is a 20% chance of some showers and thunderstorms early, like when you're waking up. But for the most part, mostly sunny. Highs, once again, right around 89 degrees. All right, it is 8:18. We're going to take a quick 3.5-minute commercial break. And then on the other side of the break, Sheriff Mike Harrington and Undersheriff Charles Eastless with us. We're going to chit-chat, talk. Well, they've been busy. I think every day I'm seeing some kind of shooting or accident or something going on. So we got a lot to cover. So we'll talk all about that next few minutes here on the other side. Don't go away.
Time to get back to the game. City of Champions Inc. and Seek First Sports present the first 5-on-5 flag football tournament of the year. Saturday, July 24th at the new turf fields at JC Park in Artesia. With 4 age groups, 7 to 8-year-olds, 10U, 12U, and 14U, and up to 10 players per team allowed. Cost is $350 per team, with proceeds to benefit youth sports in the area and to help maintain the turf fields. Find City of Champions Tournament Artesia on Facebook to learn more. Sign up today and get ready for the action. This event sponsored by Seek First Sports.
Martine's Capital Cafe in Roswell offers authentic and highly rated New Mexico food. Explore their amazing menu featuring huevos rancheros or asado with eggs or their green chili stew. And you can't forget their award-winning green chili cheeseburger, all made from scratch using their finest and freshest ingredients. Open for carryout with curbside delivery or limited dine-in. Just call ahead 624-2111. Martine's Capital Cafe, always pleasing the most refined palate. Open Monday through Saturday from 6 a.m. to 8:30 p.m. at 110 West 4th in Roswell.
Chimera has been providing Southeast New Mexico state-of-the-art medical care for over 22 years. Chimera specializes in providing top-quality care for cancer patients, diabetes, thyroid conditions, heart disease, and rheumatoid conditions. Chimera would like to welcome Chris McGoldrick to the team. He brings a wealth of knowledge and compassion to Chimera. Chris specializes in rheumatoid conditions and is ready to help you. Call Chimera 627-9500. Chimera Independent Physicians, here for you.
Travis Hicks Richland Auto Group coming to you from the Twilight Zone. I don't remember being more excited about a July than I am about this one. July 4th celebrates the issuance of the Declaration of Independence, a document that pronounced the original 13 colonies in America as free from the tyranny of Great Britain. The second sentence of the Declaration states that all men are created equal and are endowed by their Creator with certain inalienable rights, among them life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Isn't it amazing that 250 years later, those words still have so much meaning? Richland will be celebrating our independence from tyranny all month long. In July, your vehicle purchase at either our GM or Dodge store will come with a Bible to remind us to whom we owe our lives, an American flag to remind us that we are all free from tyranny in America, and an entry to win an AR for those who choose to celebrate and defend our pursuit of happiness. To win the gun, you can enter on our Facebook page, our website, or by buying a car this month. Life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Part of why you should ride for our brand. Richland, where service is job
Hi,
one.
there's Gene Dow, Vice President General Manager of Pecos Valley Broadcasting Company, with exciting news for us. We've got openings in our sales department, in our Roswell office, Artesia office, and in the Carlsbad market. You would build and maintain business-to-business relationships, sell ideas, market and sell local high school sports, Dallas Cowboys football, radio, and digital TV advertising. You will be trained by and become part of a veteran sales team. The pay is based on job performance. Prior advertising or sales experience is helpful. Starting salary is $21,600 annually, but with success, you can grow your income to $60,000 a year. Work hours are generally Monday through Friday, 8 to 5. There are some exceptions, and you'd be based in the town where you live. Now, these positions are open right now, so to apply, contact Thomas Beard, General Sales Manager, at 575-746-2751. Pecos Valley Broadcasting Company is an equal opportunity employer.
Here's a Mornings with Mike Winters fun fact. Men are 6 times more likely to be struck by lightning than women. That's because men are 6 times more likely to wear a tinfoil hat in a thunderstorm. Here's Mike Winters.
Hey, good morning. It is 22 minutes after 8 o'clock, and joining us in studio this morning, Chaffetz County Sheriff Mike Harrington and Undersheriff number 2. I got to do it. It's kind of a tradition at this point. Charles East was with us this morning. Morning, gentlemen. How you doing today?
Good. How are you?
Good. Well, first off, have you gotten any sleep anytime soon between the two of you here?
Very little sleep.
I hope maybe this weekend you might be able to squeeze a couple hours in. But I know yourself and well, really all law enforcement agencies in the region have been pretty busy this last, since COVID. But it seems like there's no, I guess, slowdown in just things, between accidents and shootings, and obviously mental health is a big concern, and even though we're coming out of the pandemic,
we've seen an increase.
Those problems aren't going away until we address them.
We've seen an increase in mental health illness after the COVID, and we can't say that it was because of one thing or another, but we can say that. It has truly exploded, and there is very little help out there.
Gotcha.
And those who have mental illness not all of them believe that they have a mental illness, so it's hard to get them to go voluntarily anywhere. So,
it's like an addict. A lot of times an addict doesn't want to admit they're an addict. They're like, they got it under control, but you and I know that's not the case.
No, that's not the case. And so for us, we're seeing an uptick in crimes against people, and that's our homicides. And yesterday, the city of Roswell had a homicide yesterday morning. Last night, we had a homicide in the outskirts in the county or the country, and it's something else. And drugs and mental illness and other things are a big factor in all of this. And it's just hard for us, especially the one that happened last night, to see a family member attack a family member and kill him. It's just crazy. Somebody who's trying to help you, you turn on them and you do that.
It's hard for someone to wrap their head around that.
Yeah,
but
it happens
when you follow the clues, follow the trail, and follow the progression. And unfortunately, most of the time we don't learn this till after the fact.
Right. Yeah.
Then it kind of makes sense. Yeah. But when you come in from the outside, which obviously you as law enforcement do on all these cases, it's you just see the tragedy, and then you have to work back to put the pieces together to see where the real tragedy is sometimes on this.
That's correct.
But I do, before we talk, because I know some people want to know some information on some of these past cases and things like that. Before we go down into that area, this is the biggest secret in town. But you do have an announcement you want to make sure we'll make it official here, so people can stop going, hey, you heard it, all right? Let's address the elephant in the room, I guess.
That is correct. And I wanted to do this on your radio station because I do appreciate you, and
thank you.
You get the truth out there.
I appreciate that.
And you have a great following, and so I wanted to make it very clear to everyone who listens to this and everyone who is going to be told about this that I am running for re-election for Chaves County Sheriff.
All right.
I have already started my campaign, and if they want to know more about that, they can go to the Mike Harrington for Chaves County Sheriff Facebook page, and I would ask that they follow that they get on there. As you know, you can't put anything about your campaigning on the sheriff's page, and I'm not going to do that. But I do want them to know that I do have the Chaves County, Mike Harrington for Chaves County Sheriff's Facebook page.
So if you want to volunteer, get beyond any of the team to support your re-election campaign, you'll go through that Facebook page. Anything else Chaves County Sheriff's related, continue to go through the Sheriff's Department page.
And I also post everything that I post on the Chaves County Sheriff's Office page. I post that on the Mike Harrington for Sheriff page, as well as my personal page, because I want to reach as many people as we can.
That's information that needs to be known by everybody, whether you want to vote for the sheriff or not.
Absolutely. And and one of the big things about running for re-election, we're going to be out campaigning, we're going to be doing fundraisers, we're going to be doing a lot of things, and we've already started that, and it's very important.
Absolutely. And I know And I always have this as a joke because the sheriff starts about a year before everybody else when it comes to
yes.
And so my question is, if because I've seen them, if you're still got your window sticker from last time, go ahead and keep it on now. Keep it up. But
and I'll be putting more of those out.
Yeah, so you got update new ones coming out.
Yeah, so
we have new ones going.
We're going to be
but I
putting
still
those
see
out.
them. Every once in a while I'm driving around. Oh, there's another Sheriff from Mike Harrington sticker.
So like at the fair, we'll have the Chaves County Sheriff's Office booth, as well as the Mike Harrington for Chaves County Sheriff booth.
And then what we'll do is, as we get closer to election times and all that, it's probably a little early now, but we'll set up a time outside of our normal talking sheriff stuff, just to campaign and do the politics side of being a sheriff versus just the sheriff side.
And that's the thing. And until then, follow that Mike Harrington for Chaves County Sheriff's Facebook page. But this is my official announcement that
thank you. Appreciate
I am going to seek being reelected as sheriff, and I'm going to tell you this. I've got so much to do.
Mm-hmm.
Let me tell you what I have done in this time of the 2.5 years that we're at right now.
Mm-hmm.
We have accomplished so much within this county.
I'm going to put you on the spot real quick.
Yes,
not too bad, but if someone asked you right now today, which I guess I am, what's the thing you're most proud of as your time sheriff this time? And the part two is, what's the thing in your crawl that you want to make sure you get done next term? I'm sure you've got both of those.
I do. And so there's two things that I'm proud of. One is the relationship with this community is top notch. We have reached out to this community by being involved in every community event that there is, also being involved and being reachable and talking to everybody who wants to talk. We have really grown a great relationship with this community, and that's all of Chaves County.
Sure.
I can go anywhere and I will talk to you everywhere, and you can ask my wife, my family. They just grab the basket and continue shopping because I'll stop and talk. I'll stop and talk for hours. So
I know that thing.
Yes.
And it's my wife at Walmart.
Yes.
She's
absolutely.
a school teacher.
Yes.
And I don't care. You think like I'm the radio guy, people would kind of, no. I go to Walmart. Mrs. And they call her out, and the kids come, and I'm like, all right, I'm going to go be in the sodas and continue on.
You go ahead.
I know that feeling.
And I'm like, you just leave the wallet here, though. Leave the wallet here.
Right?
I'm just kidding. But no, but so
brought back community policing.
But our community
really have.
Our community policing has been one of the best things. The other thing that I'm very proud of, and because of the relationship that we have with the senators, the state senators and the state representatives and other people within this community, we have, and this is just right now, we have 23 new vehicles for the Chaves County Sheriff's Office that we have. We have 5 more that we're getting ready to receive.
Gotcha.
Once we find some, because there's no trucks on any lots anywhere.
Well, COVID and everything else has put supply and demand.
They had to build the
silicone, right?
Stuff.
That's the problem, is the silicone plants.
We don't know.
For the chips. They got all these new trucks and vehicles sitting in empty lots waiting on silicone chips.
So
that's what I've heard.
So we have been, and this comes from the capital outlay grants, the junior bill grants that the senators and state representatives have lobbied for us, and so we're very thankful for that. And the other thing that I'm very thankful for is that this community, because of our relationship with them, we have received donations from the community, which has bought us our uniforms, has paid for the graphics on the trucks,
the K9,
has paid for our K9 unit. Has
that's just private.
It's
folks
just
wanting to help and support their law enforcement.
It cost almost $10,000 to get everybody boots, and we've never bought boots for any deputy in my 25 years of being with the sheriff's office. But because I changed uniforms, some of these younger guys, to go buy another set of boots for $169, it's tough.
It cuts right into the budget.
We are the lowest paid sheriff's office, I'm telling you, that they're in this area of New Mexico. We are the lowest paid sheriff's office, and so what we wanted to do was reach out, and I'm going to tell you, the community came in and gave us $10,000.
Oh, that's very
to buy what we
offset
need.
that cost and
Offset it.
Let the officers have the tools to do their job, and
so
save their money for their bills and food.
And let me tell you what that has done. And this is what I'm really excited about having been able to do, is we changed the look of the Chaves County Sheriff's Office from the vehicles to the uniforms, and the people of Chaves County now see us.
Yeah.
They now know we exist.
Now know that we exist. And it's not just because of the visibility of the uniform and the cars, but it's also the guys and ladies that we have working for us. And we just hired 2 more females here just this month.
Awesome.
And so we are expanding in every direction, but we have allowed these deputies to go out and work. And, you've seen a Facebook post that was on one of our deals where we had our deputies out. You've seen I put it out there where our deputies were at the UFO Festival. We had them out patrolling the UFO Festival because 2 reasons. One, we have people coming in from everywhere. We want them to know that there is a law enforcement presence within this community.
That's you're the beacon in the storm there sometimes.
All agencies to help
it takes all agencies to do this.
Like that.
The other thing is we want our deputies to be at community events.
Sure.
So they
joking and talking and having fun with
community
the community.
Policing.
So you see them, they pose with the aliens at the UFO Festival. Yeah. Well, one person gets on there and he says, "This is not acceptable. These deputies should be out patrolling. They should be working. Deputies should only be outside of the city limits." Ridiculous.
Yep.
The Roswell, New Mexico is inside of Chaves County. The sheriff is going to be all over this county, and that includes Roswell, Dexter, Hagerman, Lake Arthur, Duncan, wherever it is that Chaves County, all 6,100 square miles.
You vote for a county commissioner. You
that's
vote,
right.
You get the same services as it gets people
same services
within their city limits or without. Doesn't matter.
Right.
And speaking on that, our relationship with the Roswell Police Department is unbelievable. I meet with the chief. I just met with him the other day as well. We went out and did we were judges for a rib barbecuing contest, and
if you need help there, let me know.
Well, I will tell you, there was nothing but a pile of bones with nothing on them after I was
That's where
done.
Rank had his privileges.
Yeah.
So now I gotta ask, who's the better rib eater, the guy from Boston or the guy from New Mexico?
Well, I'm gonna have to admit I'm probably that guy. But you could have put those bones in a museum. There wasn't.
He might have you on the baked beans because they know a thing or two about beans. But the ribs, I think we got him here.
And my problem was by the time you're done, you can't go back and sample which one was the best. So I thought they were all great, but I'm a rib guy, so that's a good thing. But going back to that, like I said, the relationship with us, and right now Dexter, Hagerman, and Lake Arthur, these are all friends of ours.
Yeah,
and it's easy to communicate with them and talk to them and say, "Hey, look, all we want to do is the sheriff's office." With every one of your agencies is to make sure that you go home at the end of the day and that we go home at the end of the day.
Y'all have the same purpose.
We have the same purpose. We're going to make sure.
We all want a great community.
Yeah, we're going to make sure this community is safe. We're going to do whatever it takes to make sure that it is safe. But at the end of the day, we're going to make sure that our guys go home.
Yeah.
And that's important.
I would guess, too, is being from here in New Mexico, and you're obviously more qualified to answer this, but I'm thinking, because we live in a rural area and an area where there's a whole lot of nothing, that cohesion has to happen because you guys are working multiple sites together when it's outside there.
That's
and things.
Right.
Whereas back east,
that's right.
It's more urban, more so they're more
run into cities,
and so they're a little bit more picky on their jurisdictions and things. You know what I mean? Because they all have roughly probably the same amenities and resources. Where that's not the case here. Where
we're limited on manpower.
You guys are geared up for certain things, so there's probably things that you deal with better with in the in the rural parts that the more urban city stuff isn't handled, and vice versa. You know,
Sure.
and
Well,
so you guys work together,
takes
pull
all working
resources,
together.
pull all of that,
And
because it just makes sense to do that.
One of the
you know?
things that I see, especially here in the southeastern part of New Mexico, and this is, I know all the other surrounding sheriffs, the sheriff's department, the Roswell Police Department, the state police, and all these other agencies, everyone's humble. It's not that we want the credit for anything.
Sure.
We don't fight over who made the arrest or who investigated the scene. All we care is that it was done right.
Right. As long as at the end of the day, we got the bad
guy is caught,
and that's how I
everything's
am.
done.
Win for
That's
everybody.
one of my things.
Yeah.
And you'll see, I give credit to agencies who come and that we go and assist, or they come and assist us, and that's important.
Yeah.
But I just wanted you to know that the Chaves County Sheriff Department is in full swing. We're doing a great job. My deputies are out there, and if people have any questions or would like to have us come out to one of their events, all they have to do is call us.
Reach out
to us.
Shoot a
and
message
we'll-
on the Facebook page or call the sheriff's department.
Absolutely.
Or some, if you're one of the few that has the sheriff's number,
Yep.
reach out that way, whatever it is.
Everybody knows my numbers. 575-626-8915. All you got to do is call me. And
don't
we'll
crank
get
call the
things done.
sheriff. He's going to figure that one out.
Yeah,
He does have some tools.
We also have some tools to find out where that came from. So, be reserved.
Let me tell you, I get enough calls telling me that my insurance is about to expire, or how the Chaves County Sheriff's Office is wanting you to send them money, and I'm like, oh yes,
you should get
Social Security number's about to
So
expire.
you're raising money for the sheriff's department, huh?
Yeah, we get them all these different
Those we like
scams.
to keep on the line for a little while.
I would imagine.
Oh, believe us, we keep them on the line forever until they finally get
Figure
mad
us
and
out.
hang up on us. So,
Exactly.
Or the radio goes off because you didn't turn it down. They heard that and then they shut
They
it down.
figured out like, you
So-
better get beat cheeks on this one. So.
But let's get on with the questions that people have.
Yes. Okay. Now, first one I got was the Bronco on Country Club. I guess it hit a tree or another vehicle.
Country Club,
Yes,
yep.
What happened to that one? That was one someone asked me about.
That was a single car accident.
Okay.
And it appears that the driver either had a medical condition or fell asleep.
Okay.
And just ran into that tree. And luckily, did not receive a lot of injury.
Good.
Because of the way he was slumped over, the airbag didn't hit him head on. It looks like he went over to the side.
So he kind of missed.
He kind of missed that.
The impact from that.
So that was what happened there, and that's one of the things that we're seeing a lot of is people are pushing themselves. They're driving when they're tired.
Mm-hmm.
They're driving when they're intoxicated. There's a lot of things that are going on.
Mm-hmm.
We've seen this on Highway 70
Northeast.
going to Clovis, but also going to Tatum and going to Ruidoso. The sun is a big factor as well.
You ain't
and
lying.
right now, let me tell you, even
early in the morning, it's deadly.
Even going down any street that runs east and west in Roswell, New Mexico, like McGaffey or Alameda, you cannot see.
Yeah.
And if you have just the littlest amount of dust on your windshield,
It magnifies it.
You're it's like you're driving in fog.
Yeah, you're right.
So, we're seeing more and more accidents because of that.
Pro tip: if you're driving west to Tucson or Phoenix, don't pick like 4 p.m. to start that journey.
Yes.
We've made that drive early in the morning.
Yeah, otherwise you're gonna be like, I can't see.
If you're going west,
forever.
If you're going west, leave early morning when the sun's coming up in the east, and vice versa. If you're going out of town, go, and you're going east, do it when the sun is setting. Because it's very dangerous, especially when people are trying to look into the sun, and because that, especially going out towards Tatum, it is a 2-lane highway. And people are getting hit head on because people are trying to pass a truck. If you can't see past the truck that you're trying to pass, slow down, give yourself more space to where you can see the whole thing, and then
And distances can be deceiving when you're gauging, like, oh, I see a truck. He's way down there. They're coming fast. They're doing 70 miles an hour. You're doing 70 miles an hour this way. It happens quick.
And the hills are deceiving.
You may see the vehicle that's on the other side of the dip that you don't see, and there's a car coming
and
up,
unfortunately,
or a truck.
That's usually when these problems happen or something.
And
so.
we all know going towards Tatum, that is a very hilly, up and down, and the sun right now makes it look like there's no dip, and you start to pass, and there comes a car out of that dip, and you're going to get killed.
Yeah, that's a rough 70 stretch between here and Tatum. That's 70 miles there between, and just be
I wish
careful.
they would turn that into a 4-lane. I don't know why.
It's one of those things they need. It's kind of like the other way when you're going to Ruidoso. And remember when that was just 2-lane the whole way? How many? I think every summer someone's dying in that in that valley there.
Absolutely.
And they made it 4-lane, and all those problems for the most part went away. I mean, every once in a while, but
you have animals and things like that.
I think we'd have the same issue if we made it 4-lane from here to Tatum. I agree. I know that's not high on other people's money list.
Just the other side of Tatum turns to a 4-lane.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll even tell you this: if they would do like Texas does, right? That's what we all say anyway. But if they would do like Texas and these other places, that every mile or every 2 miles,
there's a little pass lane.
There's a little pass lane.
Yeah.
Right. Even if you can't afford to go in and put in a whole nother 2 lanes, you can do every 2 miles a passing lane for a mile.
And that'll give people a safe option to do that.
Do that. And really get you past those bigger trucks. Get you past those and especially coming into the summer right now, we're going to have a lot of trucks that are doing agricultural stuff, full of the silage and other things.
Yeah, so they're going to be...
people are impatient. They're not patient, so we're going to go
little
around
cars
them.
whipping through.
And they're worried about their windshields.
Yep. They don't get the rocks.
Believe me.
Right.
Yeah,
I've already replaced a windshield once this summer.
Yeah, every trip we go out town, we're probably buying another one. Yeah. And especially like what happened with us here in Chaves County, when the road department went out and put gravel down to do chip seal, and there's no oil. So they weren't able to come back and put the oil down. All of a sudden, now you have all these major roads where it's gravel.
Yeah.
And it was breaking windshields and doing things. All
rocks flying left and right.
Yeah, rocks flying. So we avoid those roads. So then your other roads that weren't your major roads are all worn out now because everybody went down those roads.
Sure, yeah.
And
so road crews got their work cut out for them this upcoming season here. Absolutely. I want to ask. This is me because I saw and I asked the mayor about theirs yesterday, but I saw in the. I think the Albuquerque News or the KOB or one of those. Yeah. They were talking about the state police, how they retired like 8 of their canines that were the marijuana. Yeah. Because obviously they're not useful anymore. How's the sheriff's department? I know since we got those, are those dogs?
They're not even.
They're not trained for marijuana.
They saw ahead too and said, "Hey, the writing on the wall. These are going to be house lead dogs. Right. We're going to focus on the opiates or the more heavier."
And that's the same thing with the ones the Roswell Police Department.
Yeah, and that's what the mayor said. So I kind of thought, but I was like, well, let me ask what you guys got going on there.
So ours
too.
is, and let me tell you, we're looking at getting another canine as well.
Okay.
So that's something that we're gonna try to get into place, and they really make a difference whenever it's amazing. Well,
it makes people honest real quick.
2 things. Yeah, it will make a person. It will make a person
you can
tell
fool a person,
themselves.
But not the dog.
The dog is going to out
you. The dog is going to get you. Yeah, and so we really truly need that right now, especially with the governor passing the legalization of marijuana without having places that actually sell marijuana.
Yeah.
So who's going to be growing that? Who's going to be selling that?
Sure.
It's still going to be the same groups. And now that it's legal to have it, you can go up and get it, but it's still got to be transported from somewhere else.
Sure.
And so we're dealing with a whole different. But as they're bringing that over, heroin.
Yeah,
and fentanyl,
and that's where the dogs will help in.
Yeah.
It's not to go get. It's not to get the guy with a dime bag stashed in his glove box.
Right.
It's to get the guy that's got 20 kilos stuffed under the gas tank. That's why we're trying to get
it's still
these done.
against the law. And let me tell you this, and this is one of the things that people need to understand. The federal law says marijuana is illegal.
Mm-hmm.
Just because the state of New Mexico says it's legal doesn't mean that DEA can't come in and arrest you.
Sure.
And so for us, if you have a massive amount, it's going to go federal.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if you're doing, and like I said,
because you're a trafficker at that point.
Yeah, you're no longer. This isn't personal use.
Yeah,
this is you're doing things. But when you pass a law, but you don't have a plan in place of who's going to actually sell it, can't go to Town and Country or Stripes and buy it. So where are they going to get it? And the only places right now that are out there are your medical marijuana facilities. They're trying to do the right way and start doing sales maybe.
But I'm guessing you get a lot of people that maybe have a card. They go buy it and then turn around and sell it for 3 times the price on the street.
Exactly.
Get their money back. And now the marijuana grade, I guess, is probably pretty clean and good because it's medical grade. But it's getting into the wrong hands instead of the hands that need it or supposed to have it. You know,
supposed to have it. So that's where we're at on that. But I can tell you that not very much thought went into
kind of leaving you all holding the bag on how to enforce this. Yeah.
So
and
same
that's,
thing.
And so I guess really your focus is trying to catch the DUI side.
The DUI
is getting
a big portion that we're concerned
people
about.
under the influence of it while driving and doing things they ain't supposed to be doing.
Here's the thing about DUI with marijuana. There is no way to measure the amount.
Yeah, you can't do a blood test or a breathalyzer.
All it does is test your blood, and if you have it in your system, you are guilty of DWI.
You're considered to be impaired.
But if you smoked a week ago, it's going to be in your system.
It's going to be in your system.
Even though you're not high, so you're not impaired, so that's not an accurate way to measure if you're impaired or not.
Exactly. So that's where, and if a person says, you know what, I'm not taking your tests, but we get, and this may be their felony level DWI, which is more than so many, then we take them for blood, and it comes back with just the positive of marijuana. It's DWI.
Gotcha.
So
it's not practical.
It's not practical. So it's going to be hard to.
Well, usually, like the eyes is your big indicator for folks under the influence. Usually, like if those eyes are doing crazy things, all right, that's an indicator.
We do VGN.
Marijuana is up and down. Their eyes go crazy. Alcohol side to side.
Gotcha. Okay.
Plus, if they've been smoking it, you just stick out your tongue and it looks like an alien, right? It's green. It's green.
Okay.
We stick out your tongue. There it is, man. We see you've been smoking it. You know,
and if you got a cartoon-sized bag of Funyuns in your front seat, that might be an indicator.
Or if you're allergic to it, like I am,
you're gonna know right away.
I can walk up to a car and I start sneezing 10 times,
and you're like, I know what's going on.
I'm the backup dog.
Gotcha.
That's what it is.
But Trick Me will get you.
Look at my
eyes. When is that? I was looking right there on your deal. The Battle.
Oh, the Battle of the Badges. That's next Thursday, Friday.
So,
while we.
Okay, good. I'm glad you brought that up.
Chavez County. I mean,
the blood drive.
Yeah, the Vitalent United Blood Services. They do their annual Battle of the Badges event. Next Thursday and Friday will be Roswell, Chavez Counties.
I'm already scheduled for Friday.
Okay,
that's why I was trying to see the date on that.
Yeah, it's next Thursday, July 15th from 1 to 6. Next Friday, July 16th from 9 to 1 at the Chamber of Commerce.
Yeah.
You can call Stephanie with Vitalent 575-840-8178 and scan and sign up to donate blood. If you see this flyer around town, they got the little QR codes. You can just scan, and I think one's for Thursday, one's for Friday.
You can set up your appointment.
And then once you get there on your day, then you'll decide whether your pint goes to the firefighters or to the law enforcement.
Well, I'm set up for Friday, and I was just trying to make sure I wasn't missing it right now.
I got a week. You got a week.
I'm good.
You're a week.
But so what's our next question?
I think I got everything from the people that wanted to ask questions here, and we're running short on time before we go down another rabbit hole.
Well,
I'll do that.
That's good. So, like I said, we're still accepting applications. We're in the process right now of getting our newest recruits that we just hired ready for the academy.
That's awesome.
We're getting things going. District court. Actually, all of the courts are getting ready to go back in on the 19th.
So you're going to be
full swing.
backstaffing those again, making sure there's coverage at all those.
Good. So it's going to be back to full swing. So we have been busy, but I will tell you this, and there's one thing that I want people to know is that I have a plan for this department or this office, and we just need a whole lot more time.
Yep.
So we're going to get it done, but every day I want the people of this county to know I am working to make this a better place every day. And I tell my deputies I am working hard to make their position a better thing as well.
Well, I know we appreciate that. We as a community, I hear nothing but the community talking about how great it is, our sheriff's department and their ability to access,
that.
talk to, and I mean, obviously you're not going to give everybody the answer they want to hear all the time, but they appreciate the attention to detail, the courtesy, professionalism of what's going on there, and that's a good thing.
We like to show people whenever if they have an issue, they can always come in and we set them down and they can watch the video, and a lot of people, one of the things that I am so happy about as well is that we do have a video system, a camera system that is on the deputy as well as in the car.
So it's multiple angles and things depending on where what's going on where.
Yes. And so when a person is dealing with the police or law enforcement in general, they only remember certain parts. Their brain fills in the other pieces, and it's not always good.
Sure.
So when we bring them in, they get to see it again in what's really going
and
on.
They're like, oh, that was a blue shirt, not a red shirt, or whatever the details are.
I didn't remember that.
Maybe I did say that.
Maybe
or you're right.
Oh my gosh, I did say that.
Especially in an emotionally elevated moment, whether you're scared, mad, whatever. You know, adrenaline's going. You know, things.
And so,
the memories and things change or differ. You know, it just happens.
We pay. It's almost like $60,000 a year for our camera system, but I will tell you, it is the best, one of the best investments that we've ever done.
I would say it's paid for itself tenfold, I'm sure.
I truly believe that by having that camera, it does two things. It keeps you honest, but it also lets the people
keeps
know.
Public honest.
Yeah, but it also lets the people know, you know, a jury, whenever I first started, if a police officer went in and said, he did that, you were convicted.
Sure.
Now, everybody, because of TV and because of all these other things, they want to see it.
Sure.
And they want to see it. So we have that.
It confirms the integrity of the officer.
It confirms. Right. And whenever I say I seen it, you're going to now see that that's what I saw. So
well, and it also makes, let's face it, if you're going and doing this every time and then people, you know, okay, he's right here. I mean, that increases the integrity of the department as a whole and everything else.
Yes.
And it not only keeps people honest.
It tells the truth either way.
And it's a learning tool. Like, okay, so say the deputy did something wrong. All right. Now we, now we see the impact that, and then for future
we actually use it to critique
and improve on those future stops and things like that. So
one of the things too about the video, and I'll just say this, it also shows the emotions of both the person who the officer is dealing with, but also of the officer. There's some things that you see that will rip your heart out, and that emotion is very clear on an officer's face. Or in there, and it's good for people to be able to see, you know what? These are human beings. These are people who have the same feelings, but look how professional they were, even
when they were getting,
they were
right here in their face and doing things that most people would punch them outright if they did. Yeah,
that's our goal. But I tell everybody, follow the Chaves County Sheriff's Office Facebook page. Also, just so you know, like I said, I am running for re-election.
Yes.
Go to the Chaves County, Mike Harrington for Chaves County Sheriff Facebook page as well.
Yeah, absolutely. If you want to support, be a part of the team, helping plan events, fundraise.
Then give us a call.
Get your Mike Harrington swag when it comes out.
Yes. Also, real quickly, as the sheriff said, we do have positions available. If you're interested in applying, go to Chaves County website. You can get the application on there. You can submit it online.
Yeah.
We want to thank the county commission for giving us another position.
That's awesome.
So we do have another position to fill as well.
Awesome.
And if you know of any crimes that have been committed or have any information, you want to remain anonymous, you can call Chaves County Crime Stoppers or you can contact the sheriff's office at 624-6500.
Absolutely. The information's the important thing. You don't have to out yourself or anything.
Tell you
like
that's
that.
why community involvement is so important, because people will tell you things when they know you're not going to turn and throw them on the
and I can tell you this,
bus.
even though I've never been in law enforcement, been in the military, I know the lifestyle and know the mentality. Getting a position with the sheriff's department, you're going to have a hard job. You're going to have days you're going to be mad, sad, and all of the above. But you know what? When it comes to being a sense of belonging to something and having a family atmosphere and dealing with the hard things together and if you're missing that, wanting to be a part of something and wanting to, that's what the sheriff's department would do.
Two things about this job. One, it's not a job if you love it.
Yeah.
And we absolutely love it. So we never go to work. We get paid to do something we love to do. No better position in the world or job in the world, if you want to call it that. And number two, there is no day that's the same. You will You will not have a monotonous career. Every day is different.
Well,
I guarantee it.
It's structured but unique.
Very much so.
You're going to be here from this time to this time, but what happens in that time
is we plan the day and we roll with the punches.
Yeah, exactly. But you don't know who's going to say what, do what, or how act a certain way.
And the satisfaction of knowing that you did the right thing and that you helped people there's nothing better.
There's no better gratification than that.
Absolutely.
So we appreciate you having us on here today,
and thank you guys. Appreciate it. Thank you for holding out on my show to announce the thing. I do appreciate that.
And
that's a big compliment. Thank you.
Yeah, since we weren't on here last month, there was a lot of things that we had to get out there today, and we still got more. But one thing that I want to do is maybe sometime between now and the next one, get my new deputies to come in here.
Let's bring them on.
I'd like to bring them in.
Yeah, we'll get
see
that
what
set
they
up.
can do under Jeopardy conditions.
I'll be gentle. I won't show
We're working on their public speaking skills.
Okay. So you want me to be a little ornery with them? I can do that. I can do that.
Put them through the test.
I can do that.
The on the spot.
We can do that.
That's
We can
going to
make
be good.
that happen.
So we appreciate you very much.
Well, thank you guys.
Thank you so
we
much for having
appreciate you all, and we'll see you here in a couple weeks, if not sooner. All right.
Absolutely.
All right. Good deal. It's 8 o'clock. You're listening to 9 o'clock. You're listening to 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM, KEND Roswell.
News this hour from townhall.com. I'm Rich Thomason. Drug maker Pfizer preparing to ask federal regulators to authorize a third booster shot of its COVID vaccine.
Pfizer is saying that another shot within 12 months could dramatically boost immunity and maybe help ward off the latest worrisome coronavirus mutant. Pfizer doctors say early data from the company's booster study suggests people's antibody levels jump 5 to 10-fold after a third dose compared to their second dose months earlier.
Correspondent Bill Alexander, the CDC and the FDA not recommending a booster shot at this time. The agencies say they're still studying the issue. Well, now it's New England's turn, that part of the country being pummeled by Tropical Storm Elsa, heavy rains, gusty winds, as the storm continues its trek to the northeast. The National Hurricane Center's Stacey Stewart says shouldn't be much longer before Elsa loses its tropical storm status.
Once it gets north of Cape Cod, the water up there is just too cold to allow for this low-pressure system to retain tropical characteristics. So it'll transition over into what we call a kind of a cold core winter type low-pressure system.
17 suspects arrested so far in the assassination of Haiti's president. Haitian authorities say 2 thought to hold dual U.S. Haitian citizenship, and Colombia's government says at least 6 are former members of its army.
The Colombian defense minister has confirmed that some of the suspects are former soldiers, and confidential documents seen by a Colombian newspaper seem to suggest they had traveled to Haiti a month ago.
That's the BBC's Vanessa Bush-Luter. Haiti's first lady was shot multiple times in the attack. She is hospitalized in Miami in a critical but stable condition. The Wall Street rally rolls on this hour. Right now, the Dow is up 366 points, gain of more than 1%. The NASDAQ, 93 points higher. More on these stories at townhall.com.
Hey, I'm Andy. If you don't know me, it's probably because I'm not famous. But I did start a men's grooming company called Harry's. The idea for Harry's came out of a frustrating experience I had buying razor blades. Most brands were overpriced, overdesigned, and out of touch. At Harry's, our approach is simple. Here's our secret. We make sharp, durable blades and sell them at honest prices for as low as $2 each. We care about quality so much that we do some crazy things, like buy a world-class German blade factory. Obsessing over every detail means we're confident in offering a 100% quality guarantee, Millions of guys have already made the switch to Harry's. So thank you if you're one of them. And if you're not, we hope you give us a try with this special offer. Get a Harry starter set with a 5-blade razor, weighted handle, shave gel, and a travel cover. All for just $3 plus free shipping. Just go to harrys.com and enter 3388 at checkout. That's harrys.com, code 3388. Enjoy.
Rescuers have recovered the bodies of all 28 people who were on a plane that crashed in a remote area of Russia's Far East earlier this week. One of the plane's black boxes also has been recovered. The aircraft crashed on Tuesday as it came in for a landing in bad weather. The plane missed a scheduled communication, then dropped off radar screens.
The wreckage of the Antonov AN-26 was found Tuesday evening on a coastal cliffside and in the sea. The remote, hard-to-access crash site and the weather hindered the search and rescue operation, and rescuers had only found the remains of 19 victims as of Wednesday. The rest of the bodies have now been recovered, along with one of the plane's 2 black boxes. It wasn't immediately clear whether the black box recovered was a voice recorder or a flight data recorder.
That report from correspondent Charles Deladesma in London. News and analysis at townhall.com. Vendors once again singing "Take Me Out to the Ball Game."
Big League Ballpark employees are returning to work in big numbers. One concessionaire who operates at 11 big league ballparks says it's already recalled 8,000 of its workers and hired 3,000 new ones. The scene at most ballparks is far from what we used to call normal, but hot dog sellers and other vendors are now walking among fans once again. Ken Lorman reporting.
The state of Oregon has adopted an emergency rule strengthening requirements for employers to safeguard workers from extreme heat. It includes requiring expanded access to shade and cool water in what advocates call the country's most protective heat rules. The Pacific Northwest has recently experienced deadly record-high temperatures, more than 100 deaths in Oregon blamed on the extreme heat. More on these stories at townhall.com.
What in the wide, wide world of sports is going on here?
I promise you, whatever scum did this, not one man in this force will rest for 1 minute until he's behind bars. Now let's grab a bite to eat. Yeah, come on.
I feel the hot wind on my shoulder and the touch of a world that is older. I hit the switch and check the number. Leave it on and then I slumber. I hear the rhythm ringing through it. Flamenco guitar and cumbia music. I hear the talking of the DJ. The Travelician, what does he say? I'm on a Mexican radio. I'm on a Mexican radio.
Broadcasting live from high atop the J.P. White Building in downtown Roswell, New Mexico. It's Mornings with Mike Winters on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
Is that what I sound like when I talk?
Now, here's your host, Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 6 minutes after 9 o'clock. Welcome to hour number 3.
Tres Inviernos.
Mornings with Mike Winters right here on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM. We were chit-chatting with the sheriff in there. It's always fun to talk with the sheriff and Charles there.
It's been a busy couple of days. Oh, we make the joke, but if y'all could just calm down for a little while, we could have him on the radio a lot more.
Yeah, y'all behave yourself.
Uh-oh.
I heard that.
I was like, what'd you do?
Little deal? Oh, it's coming loose. There it is. Now we're back in business. All right. Yeah. If y'all just behave yourself a little bit, that way you can get more time to come and do. We're going to meet some of the new deputies next time we come by here and chit-chat with them because we're part of training. I like that. we're part of training. Because obviously new deputies, things that interacting with the public, talking, they're like, if you can get through a weirdo interview like with him.
If you can make Mornings with Mike Winters, you can make it through anything.
You can make it anywhere.
We are your mile-long tunnel of crap you have to get through to crawl through to get through clean on the other side.
So I'm going to bring him on. If I rough him up a little bit, it's all for training.
That's right. We are going to tase you. That's just a morning radio thing. Actually, they have to do that, right?
They do get tased.
Can we arrange to do it here?
A tasing here?
On the radio. Like, if we could set up a thing here. We got the cameras. I mean, I think it would be an awesome morning show.
Well,
thing.
Maybe when the sheriff's on, we can chit-chat about that.
By the way, this isn't the sheriff's department, but I do have to say congratulations to Patrick Silvis, who recently got pinned with the Roswell Police Department.
Awesome. Very
Absolutely.
good.
So, good job, Scooter.
Good deal.
I love it. Scooter.
So when he's pinned to become an officer or pinned because he got a promotion?
He actually finished the training to become an officer.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Good for him. Congratulations, and I guess we'll be seeing him on the streets.
So big ups to you, Pat. Patty. Actually, he hates when I call him that. Patty Silk.
Well, you be careful now. Now he's got the legal jurisdiction to hand you some problems.
Here's the thing. I was kind of surprised when I found out that he was training to become a police officer, because up until that point, he was a very promising young golfer. He's quite the man out on the green.
Okay.
Yeah, he was, making some waves in some of the tournaments.
Well, maybe you still pursue the golfing thing.
Oh, yeah. Now you got yourself some downtime activities.
There you go.
You got your whole schedule planned out.
You can be bad at golf the rest of your life.
That's right. As long as you're good at law enforcement, you can be bad at whatever you want to be.
Exactly.
Just ask the sheriff.
There's a lot of people that have been bad at golf their whole life, and they love doing it and keep doing it.
Yep. I'm terrible at it, which is why I don't play.
Yeah,
I can't even putt, dude.
I'm not even good at that.
I don't have the emotional stability to putt. Put that on a T-shirt. I don't have the emotion. I really don't. I get mad. I start whacking the putter.
I'm better at putting than I am driving.
Yeah?
I can drive the ball. It's crooked as a question mark, man. It's you want it to dog leg. Like if every hole was a dog leg left, I might be in the PGA.
See, here's why I couldn't golf. Yeah. I would strictly go for just like what I'm going to look like to everyone else while I hold the putter up after the swing. It has nothing to do with where the ball's going. It's all, how's that look?
Yeah.
How's my post-swing?
Well, I know enough to know that when you get into golf, it's all about the swing, and how you do it, and everybody's got their own. I mean, I'm sure there's a textbook swing, but then everybody's got their own little hitch and giddy-ups in their swing, and some make them better, some do not.
I prefer the Sandler.
The run up and whack.
He actually did that recently, just like
I saw that
as an aside. He just to show you can pull it off, and it was a decent drive.
I've done it before.
Have you?
At a driving range.
Nice.
It again, dog leg left and went crazy, but I've done the running whack with it.
This is the thing. I don't golf. Like I don't go out and golf. I would never. But there's a place in Albuquerque that I would consider doing because it's like
a Top Golf.
I think it's called Top.
Yeah, Top Golf. That's a big.
Yeah, I would definitely go and do something like that.
Yeah, Top Golf is an alternative to golfing.
Right.
You can kind of play 18 through there.
Just when there's a net involved, and I'm not going to be necessarily judged every time I take a swing.
Well, you still be judged.
Well, yeah.
Actually, there's more people watching you because it's not like
on a big screen and stuff.
Well, it's not like the golf course where it's just you and your party, and then you might run to another party. Top Golf, it's y'all lined up all there.
Yeah, but see, I'm already bad at video games, so it's expected.
I guess if you whack one crazy, you just do that look down the line. Who did that? Who's that? Whose ball's that there? Yeah, you crazy. Get a handle on that thing.
No, instead of screaming out 4, I would just scream out, shank!
I did that a lot when I was out there. I whack it and be, who did? Come on, people. We're all here together.
Did y'all see that? It's a phantom swing.
Yeah, it's me. Yeah, that's why I don't go anymore.
You're going to really mess somebody up. Hide like in the trees in the rough and with a bucket of balls and just right when somebody takes their shot. Yeah, what now, dude? That's why I golf with the ones that look like soccer balls.
Yeah. And I ain't gonna lie, my favorite part, and I'm telling you, I bet there's other golfers that this is the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
My favorite part with going out to the driving range is when that guy comes out with the beat up Volkswagen with all the cages and he's picking
with
up
a mattress
balls
on the side.
Yeah, and and you're like, all right, boys, we got a moving target.
Yeah. You know what? How you hit that guy? You just don't lead him as much.
Well, it depends. You got to get his speed down. Like if he's a skilled driver and he's laying it out full throttle, then you got to lead him more. But
how could you possibly swing on an innocent driving range collector? Simply, you just don't lead him as much.
Hey, if you put that much armament on there, you're asking them to hit it.
You really are.
I mean, I see that as a license to please hit me. If you put big rattle cages and mattresses and all over the car, but I'm like, please hit me.
By that logic, when I see somebody riding a bike with a helmet on, I'm like, well, they're asking me to put a stick in their spokes. I mean, they were asking for it.
First off, they're not bicycling around in front of me while I'm trying to projectile things through the air. I mean, it'd be one thing if I was like, oh, there's a biker, I can shoot them.
Okay.
No, it's not like that.
Now, granted, if somebody's biking through my stick poking,
then you're like, hey, you got a helmet on, and I was poking first. You drove into my poke.
Speaking of, did you hear about what happened at the Tour de France?
Oh yeah, with the bike crash.
So somebody was just randomly holding up a sign in the road,
wiped out like the entire.
One dude hit him, and it was a chain reaction of like 60 bikers.
Yeah.
Chick took off. They couldn't find her for a week, which was funny because she was in a Where's Waldo red and white striped sweater.
Okay.
It was hysterical. But so she took off for a week. Nobody could find her. Police, everybody was looking for her. Like they wanted to arrest her and throw the book at her.
Okay.
She finally came forward and said, yeah, it was me. And they said, don't do it again.
How about say what can you really do to her other than public ridicule?
Nuisance and things like other international laws are different too. So so you'd think this like whole week man or woman hunt to find this chick, and they were like, yeah, just don't you do that again.
Yeah, I mean, other than the public ridicule, she did nothing illegal. Other than maybe use a poor choice of holding that sign up at a particular
definitely not
time.
Definitely not the right place or the right time. So Mike's taking some notes in the interim. So I'm going to take this opportunity to thank McDonald's for the fantastic breakfast treats they provide for us every single Friday morning.
Absolutely. Swing on by your 2 McDonald's right now. Get you the app. Go download the app. Because I know everyone's been to McDonald's. Everyone's been there. They know what's on the menu. Get you the app. Download it. And then go through the deal section. They're going to have a deal section. You click on that, and you're going to see, could be, buy one, get one on some drinks, or could be my favorite, the $4.99 chicken nugget 20-piece jobber. There's like a buy one, get one free sandwich sometimes, or get a discount on a breakfast. I mean, there's usually a good half dozen of them each day, different deals and stuff going on there. So Inside Baseball, get that, download the app completely free. You can also order and do everything but eat it through the app too.
Yeah, they won't chew it for you.
Yeah, but everything else they'll pretty much take care of for you.
I wanted to make sure we get the read out of the way before I congratulate Tanner.
What Tanner do? What? Oh yeah, the new one.
I mean,
Tanner
came along, and I texted him. I don't know if you were part of the group text. What I texted him.
Yeah.
I can't say it on the air, but I just said he was magnificent because he did something I couldn't do. He managed to get Sonny to hold the other Sonny.
Yeah. So one arm Sonny's holding two arms Sonny?
Without even using the other arm as like a prop, because that's what I was figuring is you had to kind of like use the hand to like prop up on the head.
I've got a speaker blocking all I see is the bottom half of Sonny there. Oh, yeah, look at that.
I'm saying.
Oh, so it's two arms Sonny holding one arm.
Yeah.
Sonny. Okay.
Tanner, you want to get a zoom job on that? Are you in the booth? Watch your head. There you go. There you go. I was like, duck out, Mike. There you go. See, look at that. Look at that. Now I had the time of my life.
It kind of looks like
and I never felt this way before.
It kind of looks like why are you zooming in?
She had the backup. I love it. I swear.
Oh my goodness. Last night I watched the new Impractical Jokers they had on. And the punishment was the funniest thing I've ever seen. Joe had to sing was it Wind Beneath My Wings? To a bunch of online, like thousands of online people, and he's belting out Wind Beneath My Wings
Did you ever know
in such a god-awful way. But he's legit trying, and he's like,
kind of awesome.
Oh, I was crying, laughing the whole time watching him do it. It was funny.
That's great. That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
But yes, visit any of your McDonald's here. Big thank you to them. And my wife's already getting into the sausage McGriddle, looks like there.
No, McMuffin.
McMuffin,
yes.
As we
She's got her nooks and crannies.
Oh, good for you. So, and you can have one too. Right. Unless it's later in the day and you can go get something else. Here's what we have on tap for this hour of the show. We're going to have join us from the Chavez County Health Council, Jennifer Smith and Angelina Guerrero. I always butcher the Guerrero. Anytime you double R me, I either go and I sound ridiculous,
Guerrero,
or I say it. I can't spit them out right. So Angelina will be joining us here. Angelina will be joining us, and then Jennifer, and we're going to talk. The big health expo is coming up August the 7th, and so we'll talk all about the Chaves County Health Expo and what's going on with that there.
Absolutely.
So, and you're thinking August 7th? Guess what? That's less than a month away.
Yeah.
That's weeks away.
Start planning ahead.
Yeah, it's coming up quick.
It's my birthday, so I'm just saying start planning ahead.
Yeah, for his birthday.
It's easy to remember because, hey, health day.
My dad's was the 8th. So.
Oh, yeah?
Mm-hmm. I say was. He's no longer with us. So.
Well, still is.
Uh-huh.
Technically, he was still born on that day. So
it is still his birthday, but I don't have to give him a gift.
I like to think that after I leave this mortal coil that we call the earth, that I'm still going to, it's still, my birthday will still be August 7th.
Yeah. But I mean, I'm just not obligated to throw a party or call and wish him happy birthday.
That's true.
I don't know how to get a hold of him yet. So.
I had a friend post on Facebook, the happy heavenly birthday to my father. He'd be 115 today. I'm like, I'm pretty sure you're no longer obligated to post after like 100.
I wonder what it's like if you do that when you're 100 yourself.
Right? Happy birthday to my father. He'd have been 279 today. Wow, your dad was old.
Probably a little less than that. I mean, that's
I'm bad at math. This is my answer to that.
Because dad would have had to been 100 when you were born.
179.
So
my dad's Methuselah.
All right, it is 9:19. We're going to stop doing math because we should just stop doing math and get you up to date with
the power between my legs, brother.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. Most of our weekend looks fair, but we do have a cold front that'll be moving in Saturday night and Sunday. Might give us a few showers or thunderstorms. Mid-90s, breezy and sunny today, down to 70 and clear overnight. Then it looks like mid-90s and sunshine again on Saturday. Our cold front arrives on Saturday night with a few showers, scattered showers and thunderstorms, and upper 80s Sunday. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
Thank you, Steve. Currently 73 degrees here in Roswell. Humidity is at 76% with winds out of the south at 5 miles per hour. Sunny today, high of 96 expected with south winds 5 to 10. Tonight, mostly clear with an overnight low of 69 degrees and south winds 5 to 10. Saturday, another warm one. Sunny, hot, high of 98 tomorrow. South winds 5 to 15. We do have a 20% chance at showers tomorrow night. Mostly cloudy with an overnight low of 70, east winds 5 to 10. Now for Sunday, we're looking at a 40% chance at some showers and thunderstorms, mainly for the afternoon. They do say some of those storms could produce some heavy rainfall. Otherwise, partly cloudy with a high near 89 on Sunday with northeast winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. That 40% chance of rain continues into Sunday night. Mainly before 1 a.m. Once again, some of those storms could produce some heavy rainfall, mostly cloudy with an overnight low of 67. And then Monday, we're looking at a 20% chance of rain early, like when you wake up early, around 7 a.m. But for the most part, mostly sunny, highs around 89 degrees there. All right, it is 9:20. We're going to take a quick commercial break, and then on the other side of the break, the ladies from the Chaves County Health Council will join us. Don't go away. You're listening to Mornings with Mike Winters.
Have you ever heard the saying, you can preach a better sermon with your life than with your lips? This concept is true in many aspects of life, but probably none so true as in the concept of evangelism. Something that made Jesus so appealing and effective was his humble demeanor and his calm disposition. Throughout the ministry of Jesus, as he travels and performs miracles, he advises those who have seen his miraculous feats to tell no one. He simply continues on, teaching and preaching, doing the work of the Father tirelessly. Jesus says in John chapter 9, verse 4, "As long as it is day, we must do the work of him who sent me." We today should still be involved in the work of the Father. Just as Jesus preached a message with his lips, he preached a greater message with his life. We encounter people daily who need the message of Jesus. We may not have the courage to share with our lips, but we can certainly share the message by our life.
Join us at the Country Club Road Church of Christ for worship at 10 a.m. on Sunday, located on the corner of Country Club and Washington in Roswell.
The days are filled with the smell of barbecue and the sound of kids playing in the pool. The nights are filled with the flash of fireworks. Yeah, it's tailgate season in Roswell, and here at the Tailgate Nation, we're doing our best to help your family make the most of it. Roswell Ford has the largest selection of pre-owned vehicles in southeastern New Mexico, starting at just $5,000. We're talking premium, late-model cars, trucks, and SUVs you'll be proud to own and delighted to drive. Each one has passed a rigorous 139-point inspection, and Roswell Ford gives you a 3-day money-back guarantee so you can buy without being shy. Right now, your trade-in has never been worth more, so if you're upside down, this might be the time for you to get right side up again. Or consider selling your current vehicle. Roswell Ford is paying top dollar for good, clean, used cars and trucks. So why not stop by and see what it's worth? It's tailgate season and America calling. Begin your family adventure with a fresh new ride from the Tailgate Nation, Roswell Ford, at the corner of 9th and Main.
Hey, Mark.
Morning, Sam.
Having the house remodeled?
Nah, I got termites, and they're chewing the place up.
Welcome to the neighborhood. I've got them too.
Really?
Yeah, just had a termite treatment put in.
You did? I didn't see a lot of digging around your house.
That's because I went with the Centricon termite colony elimination system. It's a lot easier to install than what you're doing. They just place bait stations around the house, and then the termites share the bait with each other until the colony is gone. No digging, no chemical solution, just simple protection that's environmentally responsible.
Wow.
Yeah, I even got a green chemistry award from the EPA.
Centricon, huh? I'll be right back.
Hey, where you going?
Tell these guys to stop digging. I'm getting Centricon.
Call Bob Reed Pest Control today in Roswell, 623-5344, or anywhere in southeast New Mexico at 877-623-5344.
Being in the Army National Guard is about more than just serving your country. It's about being there for your community when your neighbors need you most. The Army National Guard makes college affordable. Serving part-time lets you attend school full-time while you take advantage of education benefits that can help you graduate debt-free. If a civilian career is your goal, serving part-time allows you to work at a full-time job. The skills, qualities, and contacts you'll develop in the Guard can open doors to a great civilian career. Want to serve but worried about being away from friends and family? Part-time service in the Army National Guard allows you to serve close to home. Serving in the Army National Guard lets you have the life you want while you enjoy the many benefits of serving your community and nation. You owe it to yourself to learn more about how the Army National Guard can fit into your life. Visit NationalGuard.com.
Sponsored by the New Mexico Army National Guard. Aired by the New Mexico Broadcasters Association and this station.
Here's a Mornings with Mike Winters fun fact. You burn more calories sleeping than you do watching television. For the ultimate workout, fall asleep in front of the TV. Here's Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 25 minutes after 9 o'clock. And joining us in studio this morning from the Chaves County Health Council. Was that a random laugh? I just heard this weird laugh out of nowhere. What was that coming? That was kind of maniacal.
Sounded evil. Like.
Yeah, I was like, where did that one come from? That was your garden variety laugh. That was something devious and diabolical. I don't want any of that stuff. But joining us from the Chaves County Health Council, Jennifer Smith back with us. And Angelina, I always butcher the R's. I want to say Guerrero, but I feel stupid when I say Guerrero, and so I'm just going to call you Angelina.
Okay.
Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you guys doing today?
Doing great.
Good. Yeah, my tongue rolling just not like good. But then I do that, and I feel like I'm like overdoing it. You know, like okay, that's over the top. I'm just making, that's going to look like I'm making fun of him or something. No, it's Guerrero.
I would actually laugh if you did that. I'd be like,
because part of me is like, I just want to go Guerrero. But I know that's too much.
I'd be like, oh, cool.
I don't know the sweet spot on the proper, so I got to work on that. But good news is, since you're here, that means we're going to have a Chaves County Health Expo this year. Normal, where you go and do things, and it's not through a computer screen or getting a bag from somewhere. We're having an expo.
Yeah, we're having a hybrid event this year.
Yeah.
So we are going to have some videos online for organizations that aren't able to participate in person, but we are going in person.
We got things you can physically do in person, to people to talk to, things to gather, collect, learn about, and do, and all that good stuff.
Yes, we're super excited.
Okay. Little bit, like you said, it's a hybrid, little bit different this year. For folks that are normally used to having it out at the convention center, those not happening there. But you kind of got a twofer here. So you got stuff that's going to be happening for on the south end at the county admin building where that dome is. Go to the domes.
Yes, pretty much.
Two domes. Go to the courthouse lawn dome and the admin building dome. The lawns of both of those places will be home for the Chavez County Health Expo for 2021.
That's a fantastic way to put it. I didn't even think about that.
I did until just now. I was like, wait a minute, they both got domes. Let's go to the domes.
Yeah, this year we're able to hold it outdoors and in person on the county building parking lot and on the county courthouse. So we're super thankful for the county for allowing us to use those spaces.
Absolutely. So is the idea to have the same stuff at both, or you're going to go to this one and get a bunch of stuff and then go to the other one and get a bunch of different stuff?
It's going to be different stuff at both places.
Excellent.
So we really want to showcase what the county has.
Okay.
Because not a lot of people know about these buildings.
That's true. Well, generally speaking, most people don't want to go to the courthouse lawn or the courthouse unless they've got courthouse business, which is never, either you're getting sued or you're suing someone or you're in criminal trouble or someone committed a criminal problem. So generally speaking, people aren't happy to be there. This is a chance to go there and do things that aren't involved, things you don't want to do there. And come out and be a part and learn and get some fun. People hear a health expo and you're like, oh, yeah, it's a bunch of great information, but it's not all work. There's a lot of fun. There's a lot of activities. It's a family-based event. So you're going to find information for your kids, your family, for your grandma and grandpa, for the seniors, for the people in between. It really is something for the entire family to get involved with.
Oh, yeah, and we make it worth your while to go out to the expo. We're going to have a lot of prizes that you're going to be able to enter to win. And we're working on getting a vacation package for family.
I like vacation packages. I like vacation. I don't know if I'm going to get to take one and have time, but I would love to have a vacation.
Yeah, so we hope that people will really want to come out and see what we got and really learn and get a chance to win some really awesome stuff.
Absolutely. And because it really is a bunch of fold here. We want to educate and get those things, but also provide opportunities to healthcare things that they normally don't, or maybe they don't have insurance or they don't, you know what I mean? There's to provide them screenings and things that are vital for their health that they need to get addressed and checked to see, if you're okay, but if there's something going on there to get the go down the path of getting it fixed and getting you healthy again. So this is, it's all about the education, but it's also about getting people to look at their health and say, you know what? I know maybe I don't have insurance in this, but that doesn't mean I need to not take care of myself. And we can find ways to maybe get you insurance or definitely things you can do that either don't cost any money or no money at all that can help maintain your health until you're able to find a way to get insured.
Yeah.
So
people need to remember there's deadlines as well. So, like New Mexico right now is going through an open enrollment and I believe it's ends August 15th.
Okay.
So that's something that, obtain that information, see what you can apply for and qualify for.
Okay.
So,
now, and this is, I'm a dumb DJ, so is this different than like the open enrollments they do in November? Generally, they do that one. Is it similar or is this completely different than that?
It's different.
Okay.
They extended it.
Okay. So basically, it's to do the same thing, but you're not in that window of kind of towards the end of the year here because by the first of the part year, you got to be locked in or you're going to be out for the year or something like that or whatever rules they've got going on with that stuff.
And we will have Be Well New Mexico there, and they're trying to have a person there that's able to enroll people on the spot.
Excellent. So hopefully we'll have that. If not, they will have the people with all the information to put you in the direction you can go do it yourself or things like that. And really that's what this event's about. What about like screenings and things? Are they going to have some of those this year or can we?
No, I don't believe we're going to have screenings this year. I think
just
we're
because of the one-on-one.
Yeah, it's
COVID
a little hard to do outside and.
Yeah, and it'll be August.
Yeah.
First week of August. So pro tip, earlier the better for the weather.
Well, the expo is going to be from 9 to 12.
So it'll be done by noon, so by the worst part of it.
Before the heat gets too bad.
Yeah, and maybe we'll get lucky. We'll have not a week of rain like we had here, but maybe a week of 80s instead of 157 or whatever it normally is the first week of August.
Bring your water. Stick it in the freezer.
That's right. It'll be melted by, let's see, what time? About 9:07. It should be good and cold.
At room temperature, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But really, put it on your calendars. But right now, guys are looking for people to participate. If you're an organization in the healthcare industry that would like to be involved with it, whether hospitals, medical clinics, on the other side, the insurance side, that kind of thing. If it's in that field and you want to be a part of this, I'm sure you guys say, come on down and come do this.
Yeah, we welcome any health and wellness.
Okay.
We like to emphasize wellness as well.
Gotcha.
The first year we had it, we had Tai Chi.
Okay.
And we had
some physical things.
Yeah, some physical
exercise,
nutrition. Yeah, nutrition, all
Yeah.
those kind of things. So we don't want to necessarily focus on the health part, but also the wellness.
Hey,
So-
get those people that put the fish in the water so you eat the dead stuff off your things. That's wellness, right? Let's get some dead fish guys out there and doing some of those things, some pampering wellness stuff. I haven't done that one. I've done that detox one where they stick your feet in the water and it pulls all the toxins and the water looks like some kind of sludge by the end of it. Maybe it was just mine, but I've done that before. So if you're doing those kind of those kinds of medicines, wellness things, massages, spas, those kind of all related type things,
Detoxing your body,
yeah,
stuff like
cleansing, juicing, all those things.
Yeah, we welcome everything because we like to make sure that the community knows what there is out there, health and wellness related.
Exercise programs, if you do your CrossFits or whatever, your various programs, exercise P, whatever's this or that, or, I'm a health guru, you can tell. But if you're into that, come, maybe you want to set up a booth and educate and promote people about what you do there too as well. So what's the best way to get signed up or to ask if they can be a part of the Health Expo?
The easiest way is to contact me. My email is the Chaves County Health Council at outlook.com.
Okay.
Or by phone. My phone number is 575-637-4115.
Okay.
And they can look on our Facebook page, and all that information is on there as well.
That's another way that's very easy. If you like and follow the Chaves County Health Council on Facebook, you'll see their page, and it's got all the events, tips, things that are going on. But you also see the actual event page for Health Expo 2021 there, and you can probably leave a message there if you don't. If you can't remember numbers, you're driving around on a phone in the car and can't, write down phone numbers and things right now. If you just look for Chaves County Health Council on Facebook, you can follow, or just go there and then, of course, ask your questions, shoot a message or whatever, and all of those. That's another quick, easy way too. I'm thinking. So someone will see that and get that to you.
Yeah.
So.
Me and Evangelina and Carrie Moore all run that page, so one of us will get to you.
Between the three of you, I know you're all busy, but between the one and one,
right?
One will get there. Hey, I saw it, and you got it.
Yeah,
But-
see it.
And how are you? What about volunteers and things? Always looking for more people to be a part of the council and things like that.
Yeah,
I would imagine.
We always welcome people to the health council, and we will probably need at least a few volunteers on the day of to kind of help people navigate and understand there's another place to go.
Sure. And that's the whole point of the Health Council is you're an information resource for folks. Obviously, when we talk about medical and health care and all of that, it unless you live, breathe, and eat that stuff, it can get intimidating, confusing, and unfortunately force people to just wipe their hands of it and not get these things done sometimes. So
we
the health
have meetings too. So. We have Zoom meetings. So if someone says I can't be there,
you guys,
do you have like a hybrid right now? Kind of. So if someone says, well, I'd like to participate, but due to my job or maybe I can't get away because I'm a mom or whatever the case may be, that you're tied down to a certain spot.
Sure.
You can always do the Zoom meetings
Gotcha.
and be a part of the meetings and find out what's going on, and then where you can be a part of it when you can, get away and be a part of the events. So.
Yeah, absolutely. We get it. People are busy. And life happens. But if you, I think if you have a passion for wanting to get people that information and being that, you don't have to be the healthcare expert, but yeah, always wanting people to get involved, step up, hopefully, as we get more and more open in the world, you guys can get back to planning some more of your other annual events and things, workshops and resources and things that, most people think of the Health Expo as kind of your big, and it is, but you guys throughout the year having, seminars, events, meetings, whatever, what's going on to help get information to people from the healthcare industry and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, the Health Council is a great way to be a part of your community and really help out
Absolutely.
in a meaningful way.
So always looking for folks to come and be a part and volunteer and do that as well. But if you'd love to help and work out at this upcoming Health Expo, please reach out, shoot a message, call, whatever, and we'll find some stuff for you here. And,
yeah.
And of course, if you are a business, a health and wellness business, or in the healthcare industry, and want to sponsor or participate in this event, please reach out. The more, the merrier. The more, chiropractors. I think those would be, because I know just talking to enough chiropractors on the radio that because that's one of the industries most people think, all right, chiropractors they're the guys that the back crackers, and they crack your back and make you feel better, and that's just scratching the surface. The medicine there, if you think about it, your spine is kind of the highway to get everything from your body to everywhere it needs to be, and so it impacts a lot of areas of health. And so sometimes the things they do there impact other phases of health that you thought weren't related to chiropractic work. And so if you want to get that word out and things, that the health fair here, the Health Expo, is an opportunity for you to help educate the public about some of this stuff and maybe drum up some business for yourself.
And even if you're not, in that sector, you wanted to be a sponsor, you can as well.
Absolutely. If you support getting good health opportunities to people, it doesn't matter if you're a healthcare business or not. If you just want to sponsor and McDonald's got salads too.
Yeah, they do.
There you go. Hey, we don't mind if McDonald's is a sponsor. Where are you at?
Exactly.
Yeah, we welcome any and all organizations to sponsor the expo.
Yeah.
And the more sponsors that we have, the more we get to offer to the community.
Exactly. That's the thing. The more money, more volunteers equals a bigger and better event. More opportunities to help people here and do that. Because, let's face it. I'm sure there's people in the community that don't. Obviously, I know there's people in the community that don't get have access to their health care and things like that. But this Health Expo is probably their only real contact with some folks when it comes to the healthcare industry and things like that. So I always look at this event as it not only is it convenient and nice and handy, but it's a matter of life and death for some people. I think they really, because I'm sure in years past too, how many times has someone went and found out something and turned out, oh man, now they found out a life-changing illness that was detected because of something they did at a health expo, and were able to get on the track. And let's face it, without that detection, they probably wouldn't be with us 6 months later or a year later.
Or support groups as well. I know there's support groups as well, and the education is there about stuff that you didn't know, and you educate yourself about them. There's people there that have those groups, and you can find out when those groups gather and be a part of them, because that's where you can meet people.
Absolutely.
And and help a family member to get that information and do what they have to do.
Absolutely. If you're a support group in this community, whatever it is, please get in touch, get a booth out there, whether it's addiction related support groups or even domestic violence and that. That's all. It's all mental health and helping people deal with these issues that we humans go through, and it's all health. And let's face it, the mental health side, we need to. I always tell people we need to do like the Susan G. Komen breast cancer awareness level of stuff for mental health. I think we need to get to that level where we're having walks every year for mental health, and pick a color. I don't care what it is. Let's get the ball rolling, and let's start throwing money at mental health like we throw it at breast cancer, and let's see if we can make some headway there.
Yeah, it's so taboo. I think. It's
well, that's
topic.
just it. There's a stigma there.
Yeah, there is.
And we've got we're getting way better at overcoming that hurdle, but by no means have we passed that threshold. But we need to, and the only way I can think of doing it is making it popular like we do, And I'm not trying to say breast cancer; it's very important. We do; they do a great job. I'm saying let's emulate that. Let's get to that level and put, I don't care, teal or taupe or rainbow. I don't pick a color.
Right.
Make rainbow. Make a whole thing. Let's make a huge awareness and let's get millions, billions of dollars into mental health research and hopefully we're figuring out. Why we do the things we do and how do we embrace that and fix it into our normal society.
And some of it is like you said, some of it's just going out in nature, walking, getting fresh air. And there's those nature walks, you can join a group and go out there and walk and, clear your mind.
It makes a difference. I know it doesn't, definitely. You don't feel like it does. And especially if you're already mad or, in that area, but once you kind of get out there, unplug a little bit, you can kind of.
Yeah, you can use the resources locally that we have to go and enjoy the nature. If you say, I can't travel far, and do it here locally, there's locations that you can do that.
Absolutely. Just got to remind ourselves that, you want to help and do all these things for others, but if you don't take care of yourself physically and mentally, you can't do those things. You just can't. So remind yourself. Use this as an opportunity to do that. So, again, I'll put this date on your calendars, August 7th, from 9 a.m. to noon. It is the 2021 Chavez County Health Expo. Not one, but two locations to find great things that are going to be happening. Look for the domes. That's going to be it's going to be at the domes. Yep. They're going to be set up on the Chavez County Courthouse lawn right out here, and then farther south at the Chavez County Admin Building, your two domes in town. That's going to be the events are there. If you want to sponsor, if you want to be a booth there, if you want to volunteer, if you want to cut a big fat check and say, here, use this for or a briefcase of cash, any of these will be good.
Case of cash would be nice. Chavez County Council will be very happy.
Absolutely. Small unmarked bills. No, I'm just 10s and 20s. But if you'd like to do that, please reach out. You can call. You can send a message through the Chavez County Health Council Facebook page. Go to the event page for the actual 2021 Health Expo. All of these ways will get you there too. So good deal.
Yep, you have until July 19th to get your sponsorship
That's the deadline.
in.
Okay. Today's the 9th, 10th?
You can give us money after that, but you're not going to be on any of the promotional materials.
Okay. So you got 10 days to get in and to get on all the flyers and everything that'll be promoted. But again, if you want, you can help cut a check the day of. We'll take it. But but please, and looking for volunteers. If you want to, it takes, we need everything. Bodies, bucks, the whole nine to make this happen. And really at the whole point of this event is to get information and resources to people in our community when it comes to their health and in all phases of it, to their families, to seniors, to kids, to parents, moms, dads, single people, married people. If you have a heartbeat, you're breathing, and well, that's about it. I think that'll cover it. Then it's for you.
Or aliens, I'm not sure.
Yeah, I don't know what parts they use, but if you expel or in something, you can come be a part. Something goes in and something comes out, you can come be a part of it. Is there anything we wanted to share? Anything we wanted to miss? Anything we want to talk about that I got sidetracked or goofied on?
No, just we need sponsors. We need booth vendors.
Yeah.
We need our entire community represented at this health expo. If you're health and wellness related, just get a hold of us. And if you're not sure if you would fit in with the expo, just get a hold of me and I can tell you whether you would fit or not.
Yeah. The applications you gave me, can you find those online somewhere, or are they just come and get them? Or
just get a hold of me and I can send it out to you.
Okay. Again, you can shoot her an email, Chavez County Health Council at Outlook.com. You can also call 575-637-4115 or go to the Facebook page, Chaves County Health Council, and you can shoot a message there or however the many ways you can access through Facebook on the wall, through the message. Obviously, if it's on the wall, everyone and their uncle is going to see it. So if you want it a little more private, shoot a message.
Yes. If you're not shy, you could post it on the
wall. Maybe if you got one of the ones, what's this thing look like to you pictures, maybe keep that in the private. I got this thing on my back. What is that thing? My job.
Keep it G-rated, general audience.
Exactly. Well, thank you, ladies. Appreciate the visit. We'll see you here in a few weeks as we get close to this event. And folks, now's the time. If you want to be a sponsor, if you want to be a part of this, setting up a booth as a vendor, as any of these things, or if you're just wanting to volunteer and help, set up tables, chairs, and the logistics side, please reach out. So, good deal. Well, enjoy your weekend, and we'll see you guys here in a few weeks, okay?
Thank you for having us.
All right, take care. It is, believe it or not, 9:48. This morning is just zipping right by. Let's go ahead and pause for local news and your Sean Hannity update. Also, we got your Town Hall Business report coming up as well. Don't go away. You're listening to Mornings with Mike Winters.
Now for a Pecos Valley news update, I'm Jared Cirillo. Big story, a local man is held in Roswell police custody Thursday as part of an investigation that has determined him to be the suspected shooter who killed another local man whose body was found Thursday morning near a residence in the southeast part of the city. The body of the victim of the shooting, 30-year-old Robert Lawless, was discovered by RPD on the front porch of a home in the 1100 block of East Poe Street. The officers had responded there at about 4:30 in the morning after a caller requested police, but would not give specifics of the details. Medical personnel were called to the scene and confirmed that Lawless was deceased. He had multiple gunshot wounds. The RPD investigation quickly identified the potential suspect, who was located and taken into investigative custody by early Thursday afternoon. That person's name has not been released, however. Investigators believe the shooting happened as a result of a conflict between the shooter and the victim regarding a woman that both were dating. You're up to date. I'm Jared Cirillo.
Your morning espresso starts right here. It's the Sean Hannity Morning Minute.
Businesses cannot find enough workers to fill these positions. They can't find them. They don't know where the workers are. Look at the price of everything. $1.25 more per gallon per gasoline. At filling your tank, heating and cooling your home, but it's also every product you buy, and frankly, every service that maybe is provided to you, because it costs more to deliver it. That means it costs more. They're not going to take a lower profit as a result. No, they're going to pass that on to the consumer. That would be you. That would be a tax. And things are even so bad that, for example, if you have patio furniture, there's a shortage. Probably one way right now to make money is if you sell your patio furniture for more than you paid for it.
The Sean Hannity Show from coast to coast later today.
Hey, remember the saying, if you love something, set it free? Now, if it doesn't come back, it was never yours to begin with. Well, when it comes to your identity, our friends at LifeLock, they're kind of calling BS, because all those nights working overtime, saving all that money, paying off all that debt, and now some identity thief wants to try and set it free. They say that's crazy talk, and we agree. Now, that's why LifeLock by Norton helps monitor your information. They will alert you to potential identity threats. If you're a victim, you'll get a dedicated U.S.-based specialist that will help fix it for you. No one can prevent all identity theft, monitor every transaction of every single business. But when identity thieves try to take what is yours, don't take it lying down. LifeLock sees the threats you miss on your own. And today you save up to 25% off your first year. Call 1-800-LifeLock. Go to LifeLock.com. Use the promo code Hannity to save that 25%. That's LifeLock.com, 1-800-LifeLock.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. Most of our weekend looks fair, but we do have a cold front that'll be moving in Saturday night and Sunday. Might give us a few showers or thunderstorms. Mid-90s, breezy and sunny today, down to 70 and clear overnight. Then it looks like mid-90s and sunshine again on Saturday. Our cold front arrives on Saturday night with a few showers, scattered showers and thunderstorms, and upper 80s Sunday. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
With the SRN News Business Brief, I'm Rich Thomason. Wall Street came roaring back this morning following yesterday's big sell-off. At mid-morning, the Dow was positive for the week. China's government is criticizing new U.S. moves aimed at reducing access to American financial markets.
Officials say the country will protect Chinese companies, but gave no indication of possible retaliation. The S&P Dow Jones indices and FTSE Russell removed more Chinese companies from indices that are a basis for billions of dollars of stock and bond investments. The actions came after President Biden expanded a blacklist of companies that are off limits to American investors.
Correspondent Jeremy House. Official figures show the British economy rebounded further in May following another easing of lockdown restrictions, although the increase about half of what economists had been expecting. With business, I'm Rich Thomason.
Chimera has been providing Southeast New Mexico state-of-the-art medical care for over 22 years. Chimera specializes in providing top-quality care for cancer patients, diabetes, thyroid conditions, heart disease, and rheumatoid conditions. Chimera would like to welcome Chris McGoldrick to the team. He brings a wealth of knowledge and compassion to Chimera. Chris specializes in rheumatoid conditions and is ready to help you. Call Chimera 627-9500. Chimera Independent Physicians, here for you.
Bob Reed Pest Control is committed to providing the most modern pest control management solutions for homes and businesses. Bob Reed can handle every aspect of pest control, from general insects to trees, shrubs, yard treatments, and commercial weed control. They're the only authorized Centricon termite elimination system operator in southeastern New Mexico. No job is too big or too small. Call Bob Reed Pest Control today. Southeastern New Mexico's pest management professionals, 623-5344, and find them fast in names and numbers.
If you have a student who's ready to further their education, think Eastern New Mexico University first. The state of New Mexico, through the Lottery Scholarship Program, will pay 100% of your student's tuition if you are a New Mexico resident. Don't miss out on this great opportunity to further your student's higher education at the only four-year university on the High Plains. For more information, visit enmu.edu. Explore, experience, excel. Eastern New Mexico University.
Hi, there's Gene Dow, Vice President General Manager of Pecos Valley Broadcasting Company, with exciting news for us. We've got openings in our sales department, in our Roswell office, Artesia office, and in the Carlsbad market. You would build and maintain business-to-business relationships, sell ideas, market and sell local high school sports, Dallas Cowboys football, radio and digital TV advertising. You will be trained by and become part of a veteran sales team. The pay is based on job performance. Prior advertising or sales experience is helpful. Starting salary is $21,600 annually, but with success, you can grow your income to $60,000 a year. Work hours are generally Monday through Friday, 8 to 5. There are some exceptions, and you'd be based in the town where you live. Now, these positions are open right now, so to apply, contact Thomas Beard, General Sales Manager, at 575-746-2751. Pecos Valley Broadcasting Company is an equal opportunity employer.
Have you ever heard the saying, you can preach a better sermon with your life than with your lips? This concept is true in many aspects of life, but probably none so true as in the concept of evangelism. Something that made Jesus so appealing and effective was his humble demeanor and his calm disposition. Throughout the ministry of Jesus, as he travels and performs miracles, he advises those who have seen his miraculous feats to tell no one. He simply continues on teaching and preaching, doing the work of the Father tirelessly. Jesus says in John chapter 9, verse 4, "As long as it is day, we must do the work of him who sent me." We today should still be involved in the work of the Father. Just as Jesus preached a message with his lips, he preached a greater message with his life. We encounter people daily who need the message of Jesus. We may not have the courage to share with our lips, but we can certainly share the message by our life.
Join us at the Country Club Road Church of Christ for worship at 10 a.m. on Sunday, located on the corner of Country Club and Washington in Roswell.
Being in the Army National Guard is about more than just serving your country. It's about being there for your community when your neighbors need you most. The Army National Guard makes college affordable. Serving part-time lets you attend school full-time while you take advantage of education benefits that can help you graduate debt-free. If a civilian career is your goal, serving part-time allows you to work at a full-time job. The skills, qualities, and contacts you'll develop in the Guard can open doors to a great civilian career. Want to serve but worried about being away from friends and family? Part-time service in the Army National Guard allows you to serve close to home. Serving in the Army National Guard lets you have the life you want while you enjoy the many benefits of serving your community and nation. You owe it to yourself to learn more about how the Army National Guard can fit into your life. Visit NationalGuard.com.
Sponsored by the New Mexico Army National Guard. Aired by the New Mexico Broadcasters Association and this station.
Here's a Mornings with Mike Winters fun fact. A group of 12 or more cows is called a flink. If you have only 11 cows, that's called a lot of cow pies. Here's Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 9:57. Got about 2 minutes here before we wrap up today's show. If you missed any part of today's show, you can always go back and check it out at your leisure at ksvptv.com. Just click on the Mornings with Mike Winters channel, and you'll have access to them there. Or you can go to our 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM Facebook wall and check them out there at your leisure as well. We had Roswell Mayor Dennis Kentai join us here in the 7 o'clock hour, about 7:30 or so. We discussed highlights from last night's city council meeting. Had a good conversation there. Then in the 8 o'clock hour, about 8:15, we had Chaves County Sheriff Mike Harrington and his undersheriff, Charles Eastless, join us. He came and officially announced his run for re-election for sheriff. That was very nice of him to save that officially for my show. I think the whole world knew he was running again, but officially saving it here on the show. That was nice of him. Appreciate that. And we talked all about just some of the stuff happening around town, talking sheriff's department stuff. Had a great conversation there. And then, of course, just a few minutes ago, we had Angelina and Jennifer from the Chaves County Health Council join us, talking all about the 2021 Health Expo that's going to be happening August 7th. From 9 a.m. to noon at 2 locations and 2 different things at both locations. They're going to have booths and events set up at the Domes. That's what I'm going to call it, the Domes. I think that's a good one. The Chaves County Courthouse lawn and then the Chaves County Admin building outside there. They're both places outdoors. So at the Domes there on the 7th. Again, for more information about that event, you can go to the Chaves County Health Council Facebook page and learn more, or you can shoot an email, Chaves County Health Council at Outlook.com, or call 575-637-4115 there. All right, that's going to do it for us. Thank you very much for allowing us to be a part of your day. I hope all of you each have a wonderful, safe, and fun weekend. We'll be back bright and early, 7 a.m. Monday morning with an all-new show. You're listening to 106.5